thanks for coming in. I am so excited to be here with you. I have a new setup here, so give me a second while I'm trying to get used to both camera. I'm using my iPad and able to look on my computer. Let me know if you can hear me just down below. Just always like to try when something is new, okay? So leave a comment if you will. Just want to make sure everything's going. Anybody? Can you hear me? I see that some of you are there. Uh-oh. Wow, this is the stressful part of doing lives. There, yay, hi. So that says woman to king fire. Okay, hi. How you doing? Where are you watching from? Sorry, don't mean to shout at the computer, out of my iPad. Welcome. Oh, Kansas, hello Kansas. How you doing? Is the weather nice and cold like it is here? It's very cold tonight, so I figured it would be a good night to be in here. Hi Gwen, how you doing? Welcome. So I'm in the studio. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. I'm in the studio and I'm glazing, and I thought I would bring you along for some, just the way I glaze. I also, hi, who's that? FD Ceramics. Hi, it went fast. Hang on, let's see where this is going at different speeds. That's interesting. Fatima from Saudi Arabia. Hello, Saudi Arabia. That's awesome. And then Beardhead Pottery. Hi. Hey, you're Australia, I believe, right? Beardhead, Australia. And Gwen, we've got snow is on the way. Yeah, we're just having a mishmash. The temperatures literally just plummeted. And I think it's going to be like, for all my southern climb friends, it's going to be minus 14 degrees Celsius. So it's really cold tonight. So I saw that April is from Ohio. Hello, April. Welcome to the party. So I'm really hoping it's going to be a party tonight, because I've actually got champagne in the cooler chilling right this second, because, drum roll please, let me just refresh. Let's just see. Hang on. Close that down. 9,991. Okay, guys? Those are my subscribers right now. I'm shooting for 10. So if I hit 10 while we're on this live stream, I'm opening the champagne, okay? And then it's gonna get real crazy with the glazing. So, hey. So welcome everybody. Welcome. So I picked up, so I was on Wednesday after I was teaching, my winter classes started up. I headed over to Tucker's, which is in just north of Toronto. Hey, how you doing, Kim? How you doing? Minus 28. Okay, yeah, Saskatchewan, minus 28. You win. 4 Hey, Jeanette, you stayed up. I was chatting with Jeanette on WhatsApp, and she was saying that she usually is in bed by now, which I get it. It's like midnight or 11 o'clock right now there. So Jeanette said it's cold at, what is it? Hello, Sarah from the cold UK, 11 p.m. So excited. Congratulations for reaching. I'm not there yet. 9 more. 9 more. So I'm hoping that we get there. Yes, and stay awake as long as you can, because we'll see how long this video goes. We've got FD Ceramics. I really appreciate the information you provide for us. You're welcome. I love sharing, so I think this is awesome. And Sarah Nicholson, hi. And we have Gwen. Nat messaged me to tell me that you were going live. Thanks, Nat. Are you on? You've got to be on here, Nat. I haven't seen your name yet. So, anyways, but yes, Nat was. I messaged her in our little WhatsApp chat group, and she passed along. There she is. There she is. I see you, Nat. How you doing? So I was able to pick up a couple of the new ones, and I'm a little nervous about them. So we'll see what I put on. So I ended up picking it because Tucker's didn't have every single one yet. They don't have them all. And guys, feel free to chat amongst yourself in the chat. It doesn't have to just be with me. I just like a party, mingle, get to know one another and just chit chat. It's just the way it is. So, but yeah, so I picked up this one. So the Aurora Breeze. I really wanted that Rose Mist, I think it's called, but they didn't have it yet. And then I picked up Sunbeam, which from what I've seen so far, it kind of reminds me of like Curry from Spectrum. So we'll see how that one plays out. Hi, Leanna. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Love that. And then I also picked up this one. So the Ocean Drift, Mud Magic. It's so weird. I was literally about to DM you and ask how you glaze without them running off the bottom. You've seen my disasters. Well, I will show you what I do at least. And that's the thing. I mean, running off the pot, it can be so many different things that cause that. So Liana says, I'm doing wonderful and you look beautiful today. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at my glasses are going to fog up. I'm actually kind of warm right this second. Woo, hot. I wish you guys were all like live and chatting. This would be a really good party. So anyways, I'm just drinking water right now. Champagne will come. If you guys keep a lookout for me and let me know if I make my 10 while we are in the chat, because that would be amazing. Oh, I lost someone. Someone unsubscribed. Oh, I was at 9991 and now I'm at 9990. Oh, oh well, it's okay. I have thick skin. Nat, was that you? Nat was just joking. She goes, I guess it's a bad time to unsubscribe. She made me laugh today. So was it Galek? Hi, Sarah. Hi, how are you? So I have this big gem to glaze. So I, Nat, yes, I'm glad you didn't. Thank you. So I have this giant gem to glaze. You saw me pull one out of my last kiln opening and I was like, oh, totally starstruck. Now that pot sold. That did fly out. So I have to do something with this one. So I am open to suggestions if I should do it the same way I did on that kiln opening. I can't. But if you want to see something else, I'm open for that too. So think about it and you can share your suggestions with me. I figured I might do a test piece because I've got this guy and it's something I threw when I was actually at the studio that I'm teaching out of. And anyways, it's not really anything. I was just demonstrating how to throw and to like just add a detail into a pot. Anywho, I'm going to glaze this with, I think, the new guys. So I can maybe do as a test different shades on it. And then I've got a couple of these little doohickeys. Let's see here. I got some comments. Carol, I'm late due to a family dinner. Hello. It's all good, Carol. Totally fine. I don't mind. I know it could be a long way. You might have to come and go, but thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. And then we've got Jackie. She says, I'd love to see that blue pink combo sunset. I think was the name of the mug. Uh-oh. I don't remember which one you're talking. Sunset? Oh, I know the one. It's got that teal and the pink on it, right? Do I have anything like that? I don't know if I have anything to pull up to show it to you. I think that teal one. Okay, I could do that. I could maybe do that on one of these because we could do the sunset pink on the top, and then was that sunset pink? No, I know what it is. It's kimchi. I gotta think about that for a second. I might do that. Okay, good suggestion. Let me think about what it is. I've got Karen. Happy to make it while I'm live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I also see it says, I'm so happy to share with everyone here. I'm sure everyone here will understand my excitement. You just got your kill. Yay! That I'm excited for you. How amazing is that? And you're running your very first firing. Awesome. Okay, very good. That's exciting, girlfriend. I love it. The test firing. Yes, I don't know if Scott did it, but for my kiln, I had to do two slow cone 6 firings just to seat the elements and burn off and do all this stuff to the elements. Anyways, so that's exciting. I'm really excited for you. And then Nat over at Mud Magic says, yay, you're not going to glaze too much chitty chat or chatting. Sorry, no, if I'm chatting all this time, I do it all by myself. So I need someone to actually be here. Nat, why don't you come on over, be here and read the comments that I can actually work and do stuff. So yeah, so I have a couple of these little doohickeys. So I will play around, maybe create that glaze combo that you're talking about, who was it? Sorry, Jackie. I can do that. And then, I mean, I'm going to try to make it simple because otherwise this will get like really, really long. I did glaze the outside of this bowl already. Yes, you could be my Trace, exactly. Charlie. She's still Charlie. She still hides out behind the camera. So I can still glaze this doohickey, which I truly love. I've already put on the outside sea salt, which I quite like on this clay body. This is like a reddish clay, and then this is just a nice little detail. Freddie is on. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Congrats, Freddie is on right now. That's exciting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Nat is congratulating you, Karen. Congrats, yes. Right? So I could glaze that like this, if you think. Well, do you guys like? I really like this combo. This glaze combo. If you're like, nah, just let me know. I don't mind hearing feedback because I like it. It doesn't mean everybody else likes it. Okay, let's get to some glazing. Now, I have pulled a selection of glazes out, but this guy, I'm thinking, okay, so for you, Jackie, I'll do this one, and I'm pretty certain the one you like, it is texture turquoise on the bottom, and I want to say it's sunset, which is coyote on the top. I'm not sure. Was it sunset? It might have been ginger. Not ginger. Oh Lord, I forgot about that one. Jeanette says, I reckon your big bowl should be 10,000 celebrations. Give 3 glazes to choose from and we'll vote. Okay, I like that. Do that a few times and then create your magic with those chosen glazes. Okay, I will do that. I love that idea. Okay, so vote. First is like the one that was in the kiln, my last kiln opening, which was pearl white on the inside, soft white on the beads, and on the outside was a mixture of bougainvillea, flux blossom, and amaryllis, which is quite pretty. I was thinking doing a blue version of that, so still soft white, but I might do soft aqua on the rim. And then, hi Amanda, how are you? I was just commenting on one of your comment just today. So poppy fields, I don't have that. They always seem to be sold out. You've managed to sell that one out, Nat. I can't ever seem to get my hands on poppy fields. so I don't have that one. But on the outside, poppy fields. Yes, you did it. So Baron Head Pottery says poppy fields. No, because poppy fields is really pretty. It kind of has that amaryllis vibe to it, but I don't have it. So the other option would be to do a blue version of that. So like I said, so white, blue on the rim, and maybe a deeper blue on the outside with that mottling effect that I might either do, let's say, what's it called? Celadon Bloom and or Olive Float. So that's option number 2. And then option number 3, I could go, I already did a really bright one and it's in store. Oh, I could do a Julia. So Ceramics by Julia, I ended up binge watching her this afternoon while I was setting up this live. And she had pulled out of in one of her kiln loads peppered plum with birch, which was quite nice, very neutral. So I could do some of that peppered plum and birch on the outside, and then do something probably on the pinkish side on the inside. So you guys let me know. Those are my 3. Hello from the Bahamas. Oh, lucky you. Oh my goodness. You're the master at color combinations. That's why all of my makeup years, just playing with makeup, I just would mix it up. So Karen says there, I noticed a lot of you name your kilns, which is awesome. Have you chosen? So I have yet to choose him, her. Okay. Yes. Well, I put it out there when I got mine, and I put it out, and Star over at Soul Haven Pottery, she's in Los Angeles, she was the one who named my kiln, Serafina, and I quite love that name. It's perfect. All right, so we're going to wait on this one. Okay, so let me get to glazing. This is going to be a long video because we like to chat. I can see that already. I love this group. Thank you, guys. Okay, ooh, you like the sounds of the third one. Okay, so we got one now for the pepper, plum, and birch combo. So I've even pulled it out because I was like gonna glaze it. So it was something. So I've got these two. So that is something. We'll see if we got more for that one. The third one sounds great. That was from April. Okay, we got two. It sounds like we might be headed that way. And it's a combo I haven't tried before, so that's awesome. Third one. Okay, we got another one for 3. Okay, we're doing it. All right, let's just get to it then. We might as well start. Okay. With that said, I've already wiped it down. I actually washed this a couple of days ago. Jackie says I got a wheel and a name her Moraine. The wheel weaves a wheel of time reference. I don't understand that. Hang on. I got a wheel and named her Moraine. The wheel weaves a wheel of time reference. I think that's a movie that I might not have seen. The pink one. Okay, Natalie wants the pink one. Parent Pottery. Hi. Hey, Sarah. How are you? Everyone just popping on. What did you miss? Not much. We've just been chatting so far. I put in I'm going to be glazing this lovely bowl. And I just put a vote. And so far more voting for number 3. So it looks like we're going to be doing that. LOL, I'm sure you will add your own Sarah Walt magic. Thanks, Jeanette. Okay, all right, we've got a lot for that. I will do it. I'm going to start because this video is going to be really, really long. I just ordered some new brushes over at Amazon, and I'm going to try them out. Some nice little fluffy brushes. What do we have here? Jackie, she's for the pink. Wheel of Time is a book series. Thank you for sharing that with me. It sounds like, is it one of those, like a Harry Potter-ish-esque book series? Karen, the impetus behind getting my own kiln besides creative control was due to issues I was having with AMACO's Cherry Blossom. It was not coming out soft pink, but rather a pukey brown. Okay, it was burning off then. Pink has a tendency of doing that if the kiln is too hot. I actually learned that from Nat. So from a long time ago when I did my pink, I was making pink clay. I mixed in mason stain, and they all turned brown because the kiln was too hot. So that was something. So if you're using pinks, maybe put it in the cooler zone of your kiln. So, and I know if you're glazing or firing in a community kiln, you don't always have that control. So I feel ya, and that's kind of why I think a lot of us finally take that jump, if we've got the funds to do so, is to get your own kiln to have that control, and be able to glaze the way you want, use the glazes you want, and all that stuff, which I think is like a really important part. So I see that we've got, it looks like Ireland's in the house. Hello, Ireland. How you doing? So we've got Ireland is here. Then we've got, I'm looking forward to utilizing your firing program. Yes, please do. Sign up for it. You've seen it. Just plug it into your kiln, and it's primo. Nat, except Flux Blossom likes cone 6. I learned from. Okay, you learned from me. Well, Nat, I don't even really get up to a 6 anymore. Well, actually, no, because I used to fire on my manual kiln. It was always going to cone 6, even cone 7 sometimes. That was just the craziness of it all. That's why I had to use the little cones to check my firing schedule. But yeah, I fire now to the 5.5, and I'm getting really good results. I know that Lisa over at Finkel Pottery, she was struggling. It was turning a little bit yellow, and that's just too thin. Just got to put enough on. We got, oh my goodness, all these lovely comments. So Angela, hi Sarah, haven't named my wheel, sorry, or kiln. Maybe I should. Love seeing your work. Thank you. And sorry, what I'm looking at when I'm reading is my big computer over there, because the comments leave pretty fast on my iPad. So what do we have here? Shoebox Studio. Hi, another Australian lady. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, Australia. I love it. It's okay, you're late. It's all good. It's all good. We've got Becca, and she's from England. So we've got England, we got Ireland, we've got Australia, we've got Ohio, we've got Saudi Arabia, we've got Ireland. We're hitting the globe right now, ladies and gents. Thank you for being here. And we've got, yes, yes, amongst yourselves, chit chat. Okay. Whew. Now let's glaze. Let's do some glazing. So if I'm going to be putting on the outside this and this, I'm thinking the inside should be because that gives a very beigey color to the whole scheme of things. A beigey brown. I think I want to liven it up a little bit on the inside, and I'm probably going to want to put a little bit of, you know, a little bit of my flair with a punch of color. So I'm just going to flip the bowl over. I'm going to adjust this camera so that you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. And the way I glaze, I did not wax the bottom at all, but I'm going to start from the looks of what Julia did. She used, she said pepper plum ×2, and that looks like it's kind of dry in there, but pepper plum ×2 followed by birch ×2. So let's do it. So pepper plum, oh, I might have to open another one because this one's dried up a little bit. I've got another one on my shelf. 1 second. 1 second. I always have multiples of my favorite glazes. So did I miss anything? Did I miss anything, Karen? Fellow Canadian here, live in Langley. Yes. Oh, Langley, you're on the West Coast. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Gotta love it. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I write on the lid of all of my my glazes, because when things get really crazy town on my glaze table and I have a gazillion glazes out and whatnot, I find it's just easier when I've actually written the name on the top. So because this is a what you call a crystal glaze, and again, I'm speaking in this way, I know some of you know are very familiar with these glazes, but I also have some brand newbies that come on and watch, and so I try to explain things that even if you're brand new to pottery, you're gonna be able to follow along and understand. So if it's, I don't mean to sound like I'm maybe talking down to some people who are more experienced, just know that that's kind of the reason why I'm doing it. But what happens is on the bottom of this, you're gonna get all these big chunks, and you've got to stir it in, you know, in order to get a proper glaze application. So let's see what's going on here. Lots of combo. So Liana is saying, oh, super cool. Then your neighbors, sorry. Oh, super cool. Then your neighbors in Northern California. Yes. Okay, yeah, so we're, all right, continuing on your conversation. So now I'm just giving it a really good stir here and get all of those chunks incorporated into your glaze so that it gives the effect that you actually want. So I'm going to be, I'm just saying, oh yes, okay, everyone's just chatting amongst themselves right now. This one doesn't have that much actually on the chunk side. That's interesting. My other one has a gazillion. That was like, it's a bit dry on the bottom, and I think it probably got left open. So anyways, we're gonna just go with that. All right, so I'm gonna do 1 coat at first and try to get enough of these drips on. Oh yeah, there, it's mixed in there. So the way I apply my glaze is first coat. First of all, I want my brush to be incredibly saturated so that the glaze does not drag, okay? That is the key, is to get a proper coat of glaze is you really want your brush saturated. That's why I either like the, whatchamacallit, the fan brushes, the big fluffy fan brush, or a mop brush. These are called a mop brush because it really lays down a lot of glaze, which is what you actually want when you're applying glaze. So I'm gonna get this on all around the bottom here. And you can see the banding wheel really does help a fair bit because you're able to spin and get the glaze on really nice and well. Are you able to see this all okay? Do I need to zoom it in? By all means, if there's anything, sound, quality, whatever, let me know, and I will try to make adjustments or at least learn from it. Because again, this is my first time using my iPad for this, so that's kind of fun. All right, so you can see the way I apply my glaze on when I'm brushing it on, and I'm going to get it right up and into my little bobbles here. So get it right inside, because what's going to happen is I want to make sure that if there's any cracking, I also want to make it stronger, these little bobbles, so that they don't, you know, pop off or whatever. I want to get the glaze all around the spacing and in between. What do we have here? I have troubles finding the really good mop brushes over here. So in Australia, okay, I have some thickish brushes that are okay. Do you have any suggestions, Nat, for some good brushes that maybe Because I think you're on the different, you're like closer to Perth or something like that, and I think Nat is closer to Sydney, based on some of the conversation I've had. Maybe you guys know of somewhere. I would go to even a good art supply store might have it there for you if you go in and check. Or like I said, check on Amazon, because, and just type in watercolor mop brushes and see if you're able to find something. That's typically what I do. So like for the watercolor painting, and it's a natural bristle brush that I like. I don't like stiff bristles. Let me show you. I have one that's horrendous. Yeah, this guy. This thing is, yeah, no good. It's hard. Like, even though it's a fan brush, the bristles are hard and scratchy. So you don't want that. You want fluffy, even though they look kind of similar. I don't know if you can see it there, but this, if there's a lot more flexibility, and it's going to pick the glaze up better. Karen, Sarah, for a piece that size and depth, how long would you leave it to dry before glazing? So what I did was, like I said, I actually washed the pot, and I sanded the bottom a little bit. And what I did was I then put it in my oven, because I thought I was actually going to do this yesterday. That was my plan. I was going to do the live yesterday, and then I ended up not doing it. So I put it in the oven at 170 degrees, and I left it there for like, it was probably about 2 hours, trying to dry it out a little faster. But if not, I would have just left it overnight so that it's fully dry. Because if you've totally saturated it the way I had, like in the sink, it's just not going to pick up the glaze properly. So that's what I would do. I'm getting all kind of coffee. Oops, sue me, not so. I'm probably missing something in that conversation. Sorry about that. I want to see. I'm going to keep doing this, guys. I'm so close, everybody. So if you are just tuning in, I'm really super close to my 10,000 goal. Okay, I'm back up to the 1. So whoever unsubscribed, resubscribe. Thank you. I'm at 9,991 subscribers right now. So I'm shooting for my 10K, and I've got a bottle of champagne ready to pop. Okay, it's chilled and everything. So I really hope I get to do it with you guys. I don't want it to happen in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, because that would really suck. I want to celebrate with you guys. Anywho, that's enough. I don't need to keep going on about it. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a hot second. I'm going to move it over, and I'm going to move on to something else. All right. Now let's do some glazing of this goodie. We might as well play around a little bit with this one. I think I'm going to try the new one. Or maybe the blue. Which way should I go? What should I do? Or maybe both. What do you think? Maybe together. Oh. Maybe. Okay, I could do that. I think I could do that. I'll do a little bit of both. Jackie, I'll get my husband to subscribe. Thanks, Jackie. Oh, Phil, just subscribe. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. It's going to happen. Okay, it's going to happen. I'll be popping the cork very soon. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, and by the way, guys, if we get the chance, I may even finish glazing these. You saw me make these, and I actually saved one set from glazing. But I've already put 2 coats of Flux Blossom on the top and right here, and I'm just going to add another glaze to them, so you'll get to see that, because I want it to kind of jive together. Sage Moose Ceramics, yay, I made it. Yes, hey, how you doing? Welcome. And you're what? Florida, lucky lady. Oh, anywhere but cold, wintry climates right now. It's quite miserable right now. Minus 14, okay? Minus 14 degrees Celsius tonight. That's horrendous, okay? No one should live like that. No one should live like that. I am not a winter person. I don't understand people who like winter. I just don't. There's too many things. Going out, shoveling snow, all that stuff. Phil, thank you for inspiring my wife to do pots. She has loved doing. That makes my day. Thank you. Thank you. That's my goal, is I love to inspire, you know, share what I'm doing and so on. And so thank you for that. It's getting cold next week. What's your cold? What's your cold? Okay, Fahrenheit, your cold would be what, 50? Don't mean to tease, I'm sorry. Cold is cold. Wherever you are, if it's cold, it's cold. Amanda literally never made it to anyone's live on This Is So Fun. I woke up and randomly turned it on. Well, I'm so glad you're here. You know what? I love the community that this is growing into such an amazing group of, and I thank you very much. I do it, you know, it's like a lot of us are getting to know one another, and I think it's so much fun. It's like, you know, we've got like the whole world is here right this second, you know, and we start to get to know one another. Oh, was it 27? Is that minus 27 degrees? Where are you? Minus 27 degrees Celsius. And then we've got, okay, so 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that would be cold for Florida. 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you don't have like heaters and all that stuff like the same way that we do, you know. So, all right, so I'm applying the Ocean Drift. I just thought I would play with it. It's kind of interesting. It's got this, sorry. It's got a very fine, you can see the crystalling is much finer than, like, let's say the Mayco crystalling is. So I'm going to apply my glaze kind of heavy the way I normally do. I'm a very heavy glazer. And actually, Sarah over at Parent Potter, you just did a video. I saw your video on this, and yeah, you had them all. I didn't get them all, my friend. Yeah, if you want to check her out, she did a video with all the new Mayco glazes, just showing off, you know, the different, you know, how they actually play with one another. So for me, that is a coat, what I just did. So if you're doing, you know, when I talk about a coat, that's what I mean. I'm a heavy glazer, so I can get away sometimes with just 2 or maybe even 3 coats of something. But yeah, it's one of those things. All right, I'm keeping myself fresh. Let's see. Oh, I would have got 7 more. 9993. 9993. Okay, we're doing it tonight. What temperature are you due for today? Nat. Yes, Nat. You guys are like a gazillion degrees hot where you are, right? Every time I turn on a video and I see you guys, you're saying how hot it is, and I'm so jealous. Okay, so I've got 1 coat of the Ocean Drift on that pot. So now I'm going to do one of these. So this is the way I glaze. I'm going to show you how I actually often will do my liner glazes. I often pour them on the inside. I'm going to do that with, because I think this guy is, we said we were going to do this one with the pink and the green on the outside. So I'm going to do a very soft pink on the inside. 40 degrees Celsius. Oh, wow. That's hot. So America, any Americans, that 40 degrees Celsius is really hot. Okay. That's like 100 and something degrees. It's hot, very hot. But that's really dry heat too, I would assume, right? Okay. So when I'm going to do a liner glaze, I will often just pour it right inside. So this is what I do, is I will literally pour some of my glaze on the inside. And then I'll take a brush, usually a big fluffy one or a fan one, like so. And I'm going to just literally kind of stir it up. Make sure I get it all up and inside, right up under the lip here. I get this in there. And then if I have excess, then I will pull it out and either put it in another pot, because oftentimes I'm glazing multiple pots with the same glaze. So I would just literally pour it out and into another pot. But that's going to give me a really nice glaze application. And I may actually still add another coat inside here. But once I've got it thin enough, I'll literally take my brush, flare it out, and I spin it around on the wheel and just bring it up so that I almost create a little bit like, you can see like there's flow patterns and lines. The glaze is going to melt really nicely there. I'm going to wipe this here because I don't want glaze right on in here. This is going to be left glaze free in the, because I'm going to fire it with the lid on. So I'm just going to do right in there, get rid of that glaze. So we're golden there. Let that dry for a moment. And this piece, I'm not going to glaze the underside. Okay. This is for what I call a salt cellar or a sugar bowl. And that's the one I have little spoons that I put in the side. I've got 2 styles. This was a newer one. It's a small little spoon, which is going to shrink a little bit. And I've got a bigger one, another spoon. This is the other spoon that I have. So when I made it, it'll shrink hopefully enough that it won't fall through, because then that's useless. But yeah, so I have this little spoon that sits here. And then I've got another one, same thing, but usually, yeah, it'll shrink enough that that will stay after the next firing. Anywho, so that's these little cuties. They're so cute. All right, I missed a little bit of the conversation. What do we got going on here? Whoa, I missed a lot. Okay. We're seeing JC from Live Oaks, Florida. Hello, Joanne from Florida. And let's see, conversation going on here. It's pretty horrid, the heat. Yeah, I can understand. That would be very stifling heat for sure. Yeah, I would not want it that hot. But I would rather hot than cold any day. I really would. I've had heat and absolutely would do it. Is there anything I'm missing? Yay, every time. Sorry. Oh, they're talking back and forth because Matt is coming to visit Shoebox Studio, so that's awesome. So good times there. I would like to come too. I want to join. So, okay, let me glaze the inside of this guy. I think I might try, you know what? I'm going to try the yellow. The new yellow, because if it's like, you know, the honeydew and the Cirrus Flow, but just a yellow version, that's what I'm hoping. Oh, that's really torqued on. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was really tight. I'm hoping that that's what it's going to look like. So I'm going to actually glaze a live piece, not just a tester piece. I'm going for it. And let's just hope it works. Because, yeah, I got to get some stuff in the stores. I'm really behind already, okay? I have to get some inventory into my storefronts locations. And I've been working, and I've got to get my Biz fire going, and then I've got to get my get back on the wheel. I've got all kinds of things I've got to make, and I have a market coming up actually on February the 8th. So yeah, it's starting off to be a good busy year, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so this is one of the new fluxes from from AMACO, and it's called Sunbeam. And I'm going to just pour that out. It's called Sunbeam. And I just poured it as my liner. I'm going to actually add another glaze. What I have seen so far with these glazes, the new ones, is it seems like they need a heavy application. Otherwise, they seem pretty, not very pretty or not very nice. Star over at Soul Haven Pottery, she did some of these. And I was kind of like, yeah, I could see that where it was thin, they didn't look very good. And even yourself, Sarah, over at Parent Pottery, the ones that where it was thin, it wasn't as nice as where it was thick. But I think you did something. I think you did Ocean Drift, and I thought something about you had Bougainvillea mixed in with that somehow, or it was I can't remember now what you did, but it was really pretty. Let's see, Karen. In a past video, you mentioned your favorite go-to clear. Would you mind repeating that? Yeah, I can. I think you said you got it from Pottery Supply House. I absolutely do. So it's Pottery Supply House, their transparent cone 6 glaze. They have clear. It's not clear. It's called transparent. And I love it. I have it in the large bucket. I can't even turn it around for you. I have it in a large 10-gallon container, and perfect for dipping and so forth. So I use it all the time. So it's their transparent cone 6 glaze. Pottery Supply House in Canada. In the United States, it's called Euclids, EUCLIDS.com. And their glazes are very, very reasonably priced. They don't have, a lot of their color glazes are reminisce to, similar to like a Celadon would be. But, you know, you've heard, you know, us using purple haze and red wine, and I've got, I think, red onion and a few others, but they're quite nice. But their clear is gorgeous. All right, lots of stuff going on here. Jeanette says, I'm gutted, but need to head to bed now. Of course, you need to go to bed. Go to bed, Jeanette. It's very late for you. Sleep well, my dear, and we will see you soon. And yeah, you'll have to check in for my champagne popping stuff. Let me see. Maybe. And then Sarah over at Parent Pottery, you did Ocean Drift over Bougainvillea. Okay. Oh, you did it over Bougainvillea. Okay. Maybe I could still try something like that. Did you do it the whole way down? Sorry, you did Ocean Drift over Bougainvillea. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. And Sunbeam, yeah, the one without the specks, which is this one, over Bougainvillea, and they came out really pretty. You need 2 to 3 coats though. Yes, I that's what I was seeing from the couple of things I saw. It was like everything needs to be heavy. So if you're going to be experimenting with the new fluxes, heavy-handed is better. So there you go. Okay, now, so we've got one coat, one coat, one coat. We've got this. So maybe if you said the Bougainvillea, maybe I'll put the Bougainvillea. I want to try it too. So I'm going to try it on this little test pot. And I'll use, so Spectrum's Bougainvillea is a gorgeous one. So do a thick coat too. Yes, I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to do with what my coats look like. Like I said, my coats are pretty darn heavy. I am known for a heavy glazer, and yeah. So I'm going to do the Bougainvillea. So right now, it will be actually interesting because I'll do the Bougainvillea and I'm going to do an overlap. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit more here of the Ocean Drift, which is the new one from AMACO, and I'm going to apply it. So this is my second coat, but I went a little higher up. So I'm only going to do the 2 coats down at the bottom because if it does, I don't want it to run off. But you can see kind of how I glaze. I want to get it right in there. Remember, and these little ridges are going to act like funnels. So the glaze is definitely going to move down. So that's going to be as much as I'm going to put down at the bottom. I'll wipe back the foot, but I'm also going to create a little bit of an undulation. So what I like to do when I'm glazing, because in case something doesn't move, let's say you apply a glaze and you're hoping for like a wavy pattern, in case it just decides to go stable on you or it doesn't get enough heat work, if you create a little bit of undulation in your application, that's already going to help you get a little bit more interest out of your glaze because it's just already got a bit of a flow pattern. So that is a trick. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to then do the Bougainvillea down, and I'm going to overlap it here, and then I'm going to put another coat of the Ocean Drift on top. Or maybe what I'll do to mix it up, I'm going to try that on top, the Aurora Breeze on top. Yes, okay. Just made an executive decision. Why not? Just throw colors into the wind and see what happens. Oh, I'm thirsty. Thanks so much, Annette. I really appreciate it. Thank you, girl. We will chat on WhatsApp for sure, okay? All right. Whew. It's hot. I actually turned the heat down in my studio because it was way too hot down here. I had my furnace just pumping all day today, and I knew that when I was going to come on here, I would end up getting very, very, very hot. So, oh my God, guys, five more, and I opened up the bottle of champagne. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh, you guys are the best. You are the absolute best. Okay, so I've got these little goodies. This has got already 2 coats of Flux Blossom. I'm going to add some Bougainvillea to this because I have something that's going to have a bit of pink, and I think having a nice pink wash going on my salad servers will be very nice. I'm not going to put it on as thick because I don't want it to be super dark, but so what I do is because I leave, whoopsie, knocked my display here. I leave this part bare. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna glaze over top, but you can see the way I actually apply my glaze, like so. Whoa, see, really sloppy, okay? The sloppier you get it on, the better. This is not like paint. This is something I'm teaching, you know, my students when they're glazing. They're all trying to put it on like paint. It's like, it's not like paint. It doesn't behave like paint. You know, you don't want to think of it and try to put it on so perfectly if you're looking to create that movement. If you want a very structured glaze line, then of course you're going to not want that, you know, your glaze being applied as like randomly as the way I do. I like a variation in my glaze finishes. I want the flow. I want that element, and so I don't care if I get like something that runs and dribbles on my pot or whatever. I actually quite enjoy that. So I will even do this and let it kind of flow and be thicker in some areas than others. You know, if like you watch someone like Florian Gadsby, you know, he goes in and then uses an X-Acto knife to smooth it right out again. So I don't do that at all. I am like, let's just rock and roll. Let's get the glaze on and let's just see what happens. So, all right, so I've got that going on, but there's no glaze here whatsoever. All right, what did I see a comment? Have you found a way to fire the spoons that will prevent them from bend and warp? No, I'm still struggling a little bit with that. So we shall see. I will put this inside the kiln support, like the kiln shelf support, like the like a 4-inch or 5-inch support, and that was the most success I had. But I've also had problems sometimes because when I go to do it, if this is too big, it doesn't fit at this firing, and it will be like more so when it's coming out. Like if I have to refire it and it's shrunk and it will fit. So it's all going to be about whether or not it will fit inside. Do I have any kiln supports down here? No, I don't, to measure it. But yeah, that worked, because then I fire it with it inside the kiln prop, the shelf prop, and then it sits like this. I could, and I may down the road, I might go back to my very first prototype, is I just didn't glaze the very back, like right here, and then I put it up on the stilts, and that worked. But I really want the whole thing to be glazed, so I'm still gonna try. Call me crazy, but I'm still doing it, right? I'll figure it out eventually. Any suggestions? I'm open, guys, totally open. Okay, let's do another coat. So we're going to add another coat of pepper plum to the outside of this gem, and it looks so like dark and dramatic, but the color when it'll look very soft and a lot of movement and drifting of color. It's very creamy and beige. It's quite beautiful, so I'm excited to see how it's going to play. All right, gonna get it all in my little baubles here. I call this my bobble bowl because of these little baubles, and they're a statement piece. You put it on the table. It could be for salad. Hey Corey, how are you? Welcome. Another Canadian here on sitting in. We've got the whole world in our hands today, Corey. Everybody, we got all corners of the globe here. I have people from Saudi Arabia and Ireland, and we've got lots over in Australia, and it's pretty incredible. I love this community. You guys are the best, absolute best. I love it that you're here with me in my house in Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. Just this small little town just outside of Toronto. I used to commute every single day from here to Toronto to go to work, and then my store, if you didn't know, I worked for MAC Cosmetics for many years, 30 years of my life, but for the last, I held many jobs within the company all over the place. I used to travel, and that's when I went to Japan. I used to go all over the US doing makeup and training and all that stuff. And then I was actually for a long time just doing managing a store, which I really loved because the work-life balance was pretty awesome. I was in the financial district of downtown Toronto. And so that was great. It was, Monday to Friday. I got retail Monday to Friday. Awesome. But it was pretty good. But then after COVID, people didn't come back to work. And yeah, the store closed down because people didn't come back to work. And so here I am doing pottery full time. And that's the moral of the story. Whoopsie. The universe looked out for me, and that's kind of how it played out. So I'm happy. All good. All right, we've got Karen. Hello, everybody from Greece. Hi. Hello, Greece. I love that. Leanna, you said that. Oh, that is hot. Where Jane and Sarah. Yes, can't wait for the champagne opening. Yes. Okay, we got to see. Are we near to my champagne opening? So if you're just joining, guys, I'm pushing for my 10,000 subscribers. And I literally, my last check, I'm five away. So I want to see where I'm at, because then I've got champagne. Where am I at? Still 5 away. So I got 5 more. I have a bottle of champagne. It's in the cooler. I have a champagne flute, and I'll be ready to pop that when I hit my 10K. So we're going to celebrate, guys. We're celebrating together. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yes. Okay. This is still a little bit wet. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes to dry up, but I figure I will add another coat to this guy, the yellow. So we're gonna add another coat of the Sunbeam. And the way I do it, and guys, talk amongst yourselves. This is a party. You know what? We're all getting to know one another. If you're just watching, don't be shy. Okay, I see a lot. Look, 55 of you are here watching right this second. So pop into the chat. Come on over, say hello. We all get to know each other over here, and we have so much fun. You know, I wish you guys, like, honestly, that I could share the champagne with you. I really, really do. Because I think it would be pretty awesome to have you, like, literally right here with me. But I'll have to drink the champagne by myself. It's all right. Unless you guys have champagne or wine and you're going to drink with me. Nat, I know it's breakfast for you. Are you going to be, my friends over in this Australia and so forth, are you going to guys open up and have some day drinking? Come on. Day drink with me. Oh, we got Connecticut. Hello, Connecticut. How you doing? The best thing about finally talking in front of the camera for YouTube has been getting to be a part of this amazing community. Exactly. I mean, it's like, okay, I know it's one side and I have to read, but it's so rewarding. This community is like the bomb. Gotta love it. So yes, so Shoebox Studio is in Australia. She does some amazing kiln openings as well. There's a lot of people right now in the chat are YouTubers, and we've all kind of become friends, and it's a lot of fun. So, you know what? Chit chat, share. Let's make this community grow. What do we have here? Karen, can I get some feedback here from those in the group with regards to kiln wash? I have researched and found some sources say 2 layers and some say 3. Okay, on a brand new kiln shelf, I did 3. That was my thing. And it all depends, I guess, on how, it doesn't and honestly, you're gonna be applying it repeatedly. So you could have I say thicker is better. This is mine again, we can have a discussion about it. I say thicker is better because the kiln wash is there. If your glaze runs off, when you pull that piece up, it'll pull some of that kiln wash off the shelf. So you're more likely to protect your shelves and have an easier experience grinding it off if that's the case. So for me, thicker is better. And then when you don't want it gloopy or whatnot, but afterwards, when you've had some, like, let's say some blowouts, you will have to sand sand it down, grind off those glaze drips, and then you're gonna add more kiln wash. So often, every second firing, I add kiln wash. So I will sand it down, vacuum it all up, and add more kiln wash. So I hope that helps. If anyone has ideas, share, please. Mud Magic, only kiln wash. Oh yes, only kiln wash the top shelf too, the top of your shelves. Do not underneath, because it can break away from the kiln wash and end up in your pieces, and you don't want that. So just the top or the surface that you're gonna be putting your pots on. Thanks for reminding me about that. If you wash underneath, it will chip. Exactly. And what do we have here? I want to go to the beach. Yes, I do too. It takes me so long to glaze, not to mention making the pieces and trimming. Yes. And I don't know how it is possible to make a living at this. How does anyone do this? I know it's a lot of work. It's 24/7. So I'm making a living on it. This is what I do. That's all I do. So you have to make things en masse. You have to do things like I'm talking and glazing. There's no way I could do this. If I was doing it like this myself, you don't make it. But I also believe in making unique pieces. And I like glazing, and I find when people come to my booth and my markets, they're very much intrigued by my glazing. I do think glazing, to be honest, is the most important part of the process. This is my opinion, the most important part of the process, because a good glaze job can make a mediocre piece look incredible, and a bad glaze job can take an amazing piece and make it look like garbage. So that's how important glazing is in my books. And it can be the most frustrating thing. And that's why a lot of potters don't share their glazing, because they recognize how, like, it's such a important part of the process. I use only commercial glazes. I have not made it to making one myself. I would like to maybe one day, but I do the commercial glazes. But yes, making things en masse, being able to batch make will make a huge difference for yourself as well. So, you know, if you're sitting there, you're going to make a ton of pots, you're going to make, you know, throw in one session, you know, 25, 30 pots or mugs or whatever, and, you know, and then be trimming those the next day and then handling them, etc., so that you're able to actually produce, and then you're charging a fair amount. Like if your pieces are nice, you're able to command a higher fee for your pot. So that's how it works. I think having a variety of pieces, that's my thing, is I don't just do mugs. There are some potters who, you know, literally you go to their booth at a market and all they have are mugs. I'll have mugs, I have bowls, I have trays, I have spoons, I have magnets. I have so many different things that I make. It sometimes overwhelms myself. But that at least creates the interest to draw people in. Those are my thoughts. Anybody has anything they want to share, please do. Look, we got Amanda. The weather in Greece is always gorgeous. Oh, I can only imagine being on the Mediterranean. I've never been there. Hi, Sue. How you doing? Nice for you to show and come into the party. Thank you. And then we have, let me see, did I miss someone? Holly Sand. Hello, everyone. I'm a potter in Sacramento, California. I love watching all of your videos. Thank you for showing up. I hope you're doing okay. With Sacramento, I think you're a little farther away from the fires. I was watching like that whole thing. I'm thinking they're under control now because I've not seen much about it. So I really hope so. And if any of you were affected by it, my heart goes out to you. What a tragedy. Gwen, yep, you've been mostly mug rut for some time, and that's it. I mean, it is. It can be the bread and butter, but I have to be experimental. Here, I'm going to show you something that I've been making. It's on the shelf drying, and it needs to go into my bisque fire. But I was having some fun. I don't know if you can see here. So I've got these little trays. So I've been making these for a while, but I've added some extra decoration. So this is just dry clay, so it's still very fragile. But these are like my charcuterie boards, but I'm adding flowers to them. I think this will be really fun and special when it's time to go. I've got a nice, you know, making big serving bowls. So I threw this on the wheel, and, you know, handles, and just changing it up a little bit to have a bit of fun. I'm doing I'll be doing in Bowmanville. I'm teaching in Bowmanville, and I've made some teapots. I threw these on the wheel because I'm going to be doing a teapot workshop. So these have to go into my bisque fire. So I've got a couple of these different variations of it. But yeah, I think it's really important to challenge yourself, because I would get bored if all I was doing was mugs. I really would. But I have chip and dips. I have all kinds of things going on there. But hopefully that gives you some ideas. What do we have here? Yumiko, I finally got to start, I'm finally going to start selling this year, and I can't imagine only making mugs. So boring. I know it can be, you know, it can be. So I'm glad, you know, it's a nice little combo. I think we all have different little views on it, but I have to be experimental because, yeah, I have to be true to myself. Rebecca, Low Country Craft and Pottery here in Conway, South Carolina. New businesses this year. So inspired by you. Thank you. Thank you. I love this. Oh, Trace is in the house. Hi, Tracy. Trace. Sneakily jumping on while at work. I love that. Covert operation. We won't say that you're watching, okay? I love that. And then we have Amanda. Love Kiln Wash. I haven't ruined a shelf in 14 glazes. Scrape it off into the brush of any. I don't quite get that one. I think something happened. You have to, if you can rewrite that. I'm a little lost on that one. I'm sorry. Trey Sarah reminded you are still Charlie. Exactly, you are Charlie because you've still been behind the camera. So if you are from my era, which I was born in the 60s, 1968, womp womp, yes, do the math. 67, 57 this year. Oh my God, how crazy is that? New subscriber, oh, in Tennessee, did you just subscribe right now, Lisa? Because I have to check in. Where am I? I'm trying to go for my 10,000, guys, 10K today. Then I open my champagne. Where am I? Two more! Two more, you guys, two. Two more. It's gonna happen. The champagne's gonna open. So excited. So excited. I can't believe it. You're doing it for me. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm all over the place. You see, I'm giddy and excited and I'm happy and yes, all of the above. Okay, so I think now, because I've got the 2 coats of pepper plum on the outside, I think I'm going, because that's going to be very beigey. So I want something that's going to go with the beigey, but still be true to me. LOL, love the energy, Sarah. I'm a bit like crazy, I know. And it's at night. I'm like this until I go to bed, and then I'm like this, out. When my head hits the pillow, I put the TV on and I'm done. It's like, I'm out. But up until then, yes, I'm usually just the Energizer Bunny. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it sometimes. I don't know how I do it. You're having your mom subscribe now? Okay, we're going to see. Let's see if we can actually, I wonder if I can do it in live and see if I can actually see when it switches over. Because I know how to do it on my laptop, but I don't know how to do it on here. Analytics. Let's see if I can see it here on analytics. All time, maybe. Well, this is going to get boring for you guys. I'm sorry. I just want to be able to show when the number switches over. And you know what, guys? Just so you know, I can't always see who actually subscribed. If you're a private account, I can't actually even do the shout and say you are the 10,000 subscriber. So it's just the way it is. I can only see public accounts. So let me see. Analytics. It's still 2 away. Anyways, I know how to do it on the laptop. I don't know how to do it here. So we're just going to have to just keep plugging in until it happens. Okay, what color? Actually, I'm a little thrown. What color do you think I should put on the inside here, guys? So knowing that this is going to be kind of beigey with some speckles, I'm thinking maybe Flux Blossom or soft red. Just soft red? What do you think? Oh my God, far from boring. Screenshot your phone when you get there. Okay, I will. Oh my God, so not boring, very excited for you. Okay. Oh, thank you. I just don't want it to be, you know, I'm sitting here looking at it going, oh, but it's like, I just want to see it when the number turns over. I want to show it to you guys. My nose is running. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to show it. Like, analytics. Analytics on my laptop is so much easier than here. Oh, it's so annoying. Audience. Maybe it's here. Audience. Let's see. Subscribers. I do all time, lifetime. This, and that's it too. This app shows a different number. So isn't that weird? Okay, so no, that didn't make the 10,000 there. I'm going to go to YouTube Studio and just look at 10,000! 10,000! Oh, where'd it go? 10,000! Thank you. Champagne time, champagne time. Oh my gosh, you guys. Champagne. Yes, of course. You did it. 10K. I'm so excited. I got goosebumps. I'm so excited right now. You have no idea. This is one of my goals. Thank you. Oh my God. You guys are the best. Okay. All right. You ready? Are you ready? Champagne time. 10K. 10K. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, I'm so absolutely stoked right now. How happy am I? Thank you. All the love. You guys are the best. Oh, thank you. Oh, let's get this open. Come on. Open. Here it comes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's going to pop. Woo! 10K! Thank you. Cheers. Okay. Wait. Let me get my champagne flute. Yes. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Look, of course it's going to be a rosé, okay? I actually specifically bought a rosé for this experience. Things are going to get crazy in the Glaze house. Woohoo, woo, woo. Look at all the celebration. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, my God. Thank you. Brett, thank you. Oh, my God. Gwen, thank you. 10,000. I did it. Oh, my God. You guys are the best. You are the best. Screenshot. Okay, screenshot. All right, let me do it. Screenshot. Wait. Screenshot. Okay, I took the screenshot. I'll post that in whatchamacallit, for sure. Thank you. Thank you. Mm. Oh my God. Thanks, Nat. Thank you. Thank you. All these extra little special celebration. Thank you so much. You guys have done it. You are the best. This community is awesome. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, yummy. This is actually really tasty. It's kind of, it's on the sweeter side. It's actually nice. Rosé, sparkling. Nice. I love, well, you know me and my wine, so okay. All right, so now thank you for that, guys. 10K. Okay, so I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do Flux Blossom inside, and then I'm going to add something with a little bit of extra color to it. So because this is a nice big, oh my God, thank you, Eliana, thank you. All these extra super thanks and everything. I so appreciate that. You guys are so incredibly sweet. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I just love that I got to actually celebrate this with you. I had actually was going to try to do something where I could maybe invite you guys in, but I didn't, you know, I was like, oh, it was going to be just a little bit too challenging for me to figure out how to make that happen where you could actually come in and actually talk. Jeanette had made Jeanette over at Far Forest Ceramics had made this suggestion to me, and I was like, that sounds so amazing. So I just was like, oh, I don't want it to go wrong or sideways on myself when I don't really know what I'm doing in that context, but I would like to do it one day. I'll figure out a way that I can actually invite you guys in and, you know, maybe have some sort of chat. I have goosebumps. I know I do too. It's so nice. Oh my God, you guys, honestly. So, oh yes, okay, yes, your celebration when you finally get to 1,000 will definitely involve champagne. Heck, I will probably even pop the bottle at 500. You know what? Yeah, you've got, I'm a firm believer that when you set goals for yourself, it's important to do goals. You saw my video where I talked about all my goal setting and whatnot. But, you know, and then celebrating when you actually achieve them, I think is really important, you know, in your life, because and then make new goals. So I will be making more goals, and I think my next goal is going to be a 2 in front of that. Instead of the 1, it's going to be a 2, maybe a 2, 5. You know, you just have to onwards and upwards and keep trying different things. And you know what? I just love celebrating with you guys and sharing with you guys. And I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into my YouTube as a whole. I truly love this community, and it's honestly, it's kind of lonely in my basement by myself working, you know, it's like, it's hard, you know, so when I have you here and I'm talking, it's like, it's just so nice. So I appreciate that so much. I can't believe it. I did it. 10,000, you guys. Oh, wow. I am giddy. I am literally super giddy. Let's have some more champagne. Oh my God, that is so tasty. Oh, so good. I love wine far too much. I've gone dry for January. I was being a good girl because, you know, the holidays, it was getting a lot. So I've been dry up until now. So I opened up some wine. Thank you guys for all those lovely, lovely, lovely celebratory and congratulatory things there. Thank you so much. Oh, that was exciting. At least for me, it was exciting. So yeah, so anyways, be sure to like check out, if you're in the chat, if you're here watching and you're in the chat, like there's a lot of other YouTubers here right now. If they have channels, check them out. They've got some, there's some amazing content that's going on here. You know, you've got Perrin Pottery, you've got Nat over at Mud Magic, you have Jeanette, well, she's gone to bed now. Because she's in England. I understand the England, it's the middle of the night, it's midnight there. We've got Sarah over at Perrin Pottery. We've got Sarah over at Shoebox Studios. We have Bearhead Pottery. We've got, I'm sure I've missed some here, but it's in the chat. So there's so many different people. Now you can unsubscribe. No, Nat. You're funny. Now can we unsubscribe? Oh, you're so funny. Oh my God. She sent me a message earlier today saying that. She's like, I guess it's a bad time to unsubscribe. Yeah, no, you can't. It's free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much, Amanda. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and Amanda, she's got a channel too. Red Elf. Oh, my eyes. Look, I can put extra eye makeup on today for this video. You know, I used to wear a lot of makeup in my previous career at MAC. And then you know, when you're down the basement by yourself, it's not, you know, I put a little bit on and make sure I feel myself. My magic, I would never leave you, my pink sister. Exactly. We are sisters across the globe. And you know what? That is a goal of mine, Nat. I'm coming to Australia. I don't know how that's going to happen, but mark my words. And when I put my mind to it, it's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's happening, and I'm going to come and see you. So I'll go hit up. We'll have to make a big affair, so we'll have to have Shoebox Studios come and visit, and then we've got is it Susan Coleman, I think, and then we've got a few. There's a few of us down there. You got C Trace, of course, at C Trace, but there's a few people out that way that I would love to actually connect with. Okay, so I've been glazing while I've been yapping away. So if you're seeing what I'm doing here, because I'm trying to get the glaze all up inside these little baubles. So with a very heavily loaded up brush, I'm just trying to get it right underneath and inside every single bauble. So it's not about being light-handed with this at all. I want to make sure that the glaze, you know, because basically, because the way I apply these, even though I slip and score each of these little baubles, there'll be like little spaces on the bottom. So I want to make sure, like, even though I've applied the glaze, you can see here, it missed a little bit right inside the little, it's almost like little teeth. So I want to get the glaze right up and in there. And make sure it's surrounded by every single little bauble here. So get it in there. This is what it takes a long time. That's why I charge a lot for this bowl. But it's been doing very well for me. So I've been charging $110 for this bowl. That's Canadian dollars, and it flies for the right person, you know. And that's kind of the way I do it. It's like I put my work. It's my art, but it's functional art. And, you know, it's something that you want to put on a table or a counter, and it's something that makes you smile every morning or whatever, whenever you look at it. And that's kind of the way I see that. And so for the right person, they're going to pick it up. They're going to love it as much as I loved making it. And to me, that's golden. I want it to be in a good home they're going to appreciate the hard work and effort. I know there's different potters out there that, yeah, sometimes you just want to sell your stuff, but I would rather command a price. I don't apologize for that price, because you'll have people who are more than willing to pay it. You've got the people that'll be like, what, for one? And I'll be like, yes, for one. You know, and that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't take insult to that at all, because I get it. There are people who will buy art at IKEA. I do that sometimes. But there's people who will buy original artwork, and there's definitely a different price point. So I do not apologize for my prices. And that's what I'd say. Okay, so I've got basically right now one coat of Flux Blossom on the inside, and I've done basically, and I brought it right up to the baubles, and then I've done one very heavy coat around the baubles. I'm going to still do another coat around the baubles of the Flux Blossom. I'm going to put that aside for a moment. Don't want to knock my champagne over. So, yummy. Okay. Oh my goodness. You guys are so kind. I just love this. I love you guys. This community. I do. I love it so much. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do this guy here. So I said that I was going to apply, so I've got so far 2 coats of the new AMACO's Ocean Drift, and then I'm going to apply the Bougainvillea, which is the Spectrum Bougainvillea. And this is a spin on a glaze combo that I saw Sarah Perrin over at Perrin Pottery show, and I am going to do my own spin. She did it with the Bougainvillea and with the Ocean Drift on top, and it was actually really pretty. But I'm going to try it with the Bougainvillea, and I'm going to use the new Aurora Breeze on top of it. Whoopsie, got some down there. And I'm not even that concerned with that little blob. I don't mind it, okay? I don't mind it. It's going to add interest to this whole thing. So this is the way, like I said, when I glaze, it's like a 3-year-old is doing it, okay? The messier, the better. I hope you see how sloppy I apply it, because that's the way I do it. Okay, what do we have here? Let me see. I'm missing something. Oh my God, yes. Sorry. Free aircon here. Okay, yes, and we're gonna work on your pool, okay? Because if I'm coming, I need to be in the pool. And that was with Nat. Sorry, that was a Nat conversation. Angela, can't wait to see your next kiln unload. I know it's coming. It's gonna happen. Barbara, people have no problem paying big money for pottery. I know. I think you certain people they know and they appreciate the art form, and yeah, and that's who you want, you know. And so don't beat yourself up if someone tries to, you know, or discount yourself, because I've actually had conversations with some other potters who are like quite seasoned potters, and they felt bad and they feel like they need to discount their things because something wasn't moving, and I say don't, because in a way, you know, it was, I don't remember where I read it or where I heard it, but it resonated with me. When you do that, if you discount your stuff and your work, for the, it's kind of insulting for the people who would gladly pay you fairly for your work, when you're going to discount for someone who just wants it because they want, you know, something cheaper. I just don't do it. I'll be like, this is my fees, and that's that. Nat, you're messaging me right now over on the Globetrotters here. Sorry, let's see. What did you do? Ah! Nat, okay, so Nat just sent me oh my God, so Nat just sent me a picture of me. Thank you, Nat. That is so sweet. Look at that. See, so Nat, look at that. Like, this community is insane. Like, I feel like I'm a buddy with Nat, and she's in Australia, and like I said, we've never met, and we've become friends. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Woo. I'm all over the place. Anybody watching this on the replay is just going to be like, what the hell is she saying? What is she doing? Get on with it. But yeah, you guys are here with the party, so you get it. Okay, so I've got now, did I do a second coat already? I don't think I did. Yes, I did. I did second coat. Let's give it a little bit more to dry. Okay. This is going to be long. Wow. Okay, guys. I don't blame you if you have to peace out. Totally get it. Totally get it. Not to worry. Okay, so the outside is going to be, it's got the 2 coats of pepper plum. And now I'm going to add 2 coats of birch on the outside. I'm excited to use it. Sangria is almost empty. Oh, hang on. I got to go read farther back. Oh, the boogie pink. You finally ordered the boogie pink? Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. I have like a gallon thing of sangria and a couple of pints, and I haven't been using them ever since I got like the boogie pink and all that. Like, I just seem to gravitate to using the boogie pink, and I was like, all right, Sarah, you got to go back into your sangria phase and use some of that up. So I'm gonna have to start using my glazes a little bit more strategically. But I think now I've got a lot of mugs for Valentine's, because I got some Valentine's Day markets that I will have to use sangria. So is anybody else drinking, or is it just me? Anybody having vino or anything right now? Come on, I can't be drinking by myself. Kathy, congratulations. Thank you, Kathy. I love that. Thank you so much. Sage, I'm excited to use it. Sangria is almost empty. Amanda, you're gonna love, yes. So you're gonna love the boogie pink. Boogie pink, for anybody who doesn't know, is actually the bougainvillea, and we've renamed it boogie pink. So it's a better name. Oh, my nose is running. Oh my goodness. Let me see, I need Kleenex. I am a person that is always got a runny nose. It's just allergies. So it's like, it's like a leaking faucet. It's not even anything that I can, anyways, I'm giving you far too much information. I apologize. Tea. So Corey's drinking tea. Oh, you're having wine. Okay, Courtney. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not the only one drinking by myself. Oh, you're drinking dry Prosecco and underglazing mugs over here. Thank you. Okay, so I got someone else who's drinking and glazing. Thank you. So yeah, yours is a Prosecco. Mine is, this is actually, who Who's this by? This would be actually a Prosecco, would it not? Because it's Italian. Italian, is it Prosecco? Root. I think, yeah, Italian is Prosecco. So I think I'm with you on that, my friend. So we're drinking. Do any of the potters on here have videos on how to make and use, where did I go? Use pottery chucks for bottles. I have a chuck. I don't use it because I have a gift and grip now. But you know what else I use? Okay, this will be incredibly helpful to you for bottles. I'm going to show you something, and you don't need a chuck. I often use these. You can go to the pot to your local hardware or garden store or whatever. Get these little terracotta pots. This is great as a rounder. So after I've maybe put handles on, I will stick this in the neck of my pot and just make sure it's rounded out so that it stays round. Awesome for that. And then I will use, so these are like the little cushiony things that come from your when your cones in the cone packs. So I save them. And I will then put this on my wheel. You could use clay lugs if you wanted to, but I usually just use my gift and grip so that it centers it. And then I'll add these to protect the bottle like that. And then I'll put the bottle inside, like that, upside down, like the neck will go down inside, and I can trim it. So that's my thing. Instead of making a chuck, done. And they're not expensive. So that's my go-to. I hope that helps. You just got the gift and grip, was thinking I could use it for bottles. And yeah, you can. So, but sometimes even with the gift and grip, because it can still kick out, the neck will kick out on you, even though you're supporting the top. So that's why sometimes I'll just put the bottle in here and then use the gift and grip to hold it. And it seems to be a little bit better that way. But yeah, you'll find the gift and grip is so helpful to your craft. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, so many new people in here. Hang on. So we got Angela, Joanne. I have seen them standing straight up inside of a kiln stilt. I missed something for that. I think I'm a little off on that one. Oh, me too. I use them for chucks too. Oh, you do it too, Nat? The pottery pots? They're awesome. I love it. Oh, hey, there's another Sarah, Three Little Potters. Hi, Sarah. So excited to catch your live. Thank you. Yes, and we're day drinking right now. I made my 10,000 today. Literally, while we were on the live, we rang it in, and I hit my 10,000 subscribers. So I'm drinking champagne. So, so there we have. So Sarah's over at Three Little Potters. Check her out. Barbara, gift and grip with the long arm works wonderful for bottles. Yes, they do. And I've recently bought those little pads for them. I just thought they were they're $30 for those little pads. Woo, okay. So they're $30 for these little pads, and I was really annoyed, but these will protect, they go on here so that they don't actually mash up your pot. I was using just little cutted sponges to actually to protect my pot. So, because sometimes these leave marks in the side of your pot. And just so you know, I did this. I made this little guy. I just took a piece of wood and I drilled out the hole so that I can literally put all of my little bits in there. So easy project to do if you want to. I mean, just a suggestion. So that was something I did, and it keeps everything nice and neat and easy to get at. I'm here to share all of my doohickeys. Thank you very much, Sarah, for the woohoo. And what do we have? How many coats do you always try to do? I am new to using commercial glazes. So for that, so a lot of commercial glazes call for 3 coats. I'm a heavy glazer. So when you see how I put my glaze on, you're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm a heavy glazer, so I will typically do 2 coats. For me, all of the spectrum glazes, 2 coats is fine. What I have seen from the people who have actually already been experimenting a little bit with the new AMACO FLUX glazes, they seem to need to go a little heavier. Otherwise, they seem to be a little bit on the sheer side. So, and not as pretty. So then I would do, I would definitely add a bit more. I hope that answers your questions. What clay do you use? So this clay here is B-Mix. So that is a Laguna clay, B-Mix, but I use a few different ones. I have Pottery Supply House clay, black clay. I have Tucker's. This is a red clay that I use from Tucker's, which I quite love. I have Tucker's speckle clay that I use, but I have the 608 clay from Laguna. I have a few different clays that I play with. This is really on me. A few different clays from that I use, and but yeah, that's the one I've been playing with a lot is the B-Mix. Though I find it's really susceptible to S-cracks. Has anyone else experienced that? But I just find B-Mix is like you really have to compress, otherwise you're going to get an S-crack. Where was that? Okay, comments. Sorry. I have the pads. They are great. Oh, okay, yeah, I've bought them a long time. I haven't used them because they got like a sticky bit, and I was kind of like, I don't know which one I want them on. So I was kind of a little bit like, So, all right, so now I've got the 2 coats of pepper plum, and now I'm adding birch to the outside. This is a combo from Julia, from Ceramics by Julia over in England. I was binge watching her channel. I can't believe, like, I don't know what happened, but she wasn't showing up in my feed, and so I wasn't seeing her videos. And then something happened, and it came up all of a sudden. I don't know. Anyways, as I was prepping for my video, I saw, like, I don't know, maybe about 7 or 8 of her videos back to back. Her little theme music is playing in my head right now. I can't, Anyways, but she had done this combination. I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I believe she did it on a slightly more of a sandy color clay body, something more reminiscent of the 608 clay by Laguna. But I'm going to try it on B-Mix and see how it plays out. It just looked really, really nice. I've done pepper plum with Flux Blossom, and that is gorgeous. So now I'm trying it out with the birch. Whoopsie, with birch, and see how that plays. And then I've got a couple of other glazes going on here from the new lineup. Okay, where am I here? I feel the same about the new AMACO glazes. You need the 3 coats. Yeah, they just seem very wishy-washy, and then they're quite unattractive at 2 coats. Like, I sometimes don't mind when glazes have, like, a thinner application in some areas and thicker in other, but I don't like the way they look thin. So I'm going to apply it definitely. I'm going to go on the heavy side of the actual glaze. So I think if there's workarounds, I'll go with it. What I found really interesting is this one, the Sunbeam. It looks very much to me like Curry from Spectrum. So I'm going to be interested to see how it actually plays out when I go and when it comes out of the kiln. I've lined a pot in it. So you can see right now how I'm like my brush is literally saturated. It's like it's slopping on, and this is 1 coat. So that you understand where I'm coming from, the way I apply glaze, because when I say I'm applying 2 coats of something, that it could very well be 3 coats, the equivalent of 3 coats for someone else. So, but for me, that is 2 coats. So I'm just applying it. My brush never drags. I want to make sure it gets, all over. It stays wet. That was a coat. Hope that kind of helps you there. Where are we now? Let me see. Angela, Nat, I actually bought the Gift and Grip after seeing you. I was considering it then and decided after your video. See? Yes, it's really good. Nat. Christine, here we are. Any potters here have any luck with AMACO Supernova? Every time I fire it, there is pitting. Firing to cone 6. So I've only fired it once myself, and I was lucky. It came out just fine, but I only put it on a small piece. So I know Nat has used it a fair bit, so maybe she has a little bit of feedback. So Amanda, birch, is so neat to me how it starts out, I know, black like this and ends up creamy white. This is going to be a very light pot. Like, it's not a dark combo at all. And yet it looks like it's going to be really, really dark. So the amazing things about pottery and glazing that you gotta find out as we go. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit, and I will move on to something else. Let's get this out of the way. I'm running out of room. Oopsie, because I don't want to go too far from everything. Normally I would walk around my studio and put this somewhere else over there, but I got stuff there and I got lights and all kinds of stuff in my way so that you guys can see. So it's a very different setup. This would not take this long for me to glaze. Mud Magic, Angela, yay, I hope you love it. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. Fabia, message redacted. Okay. Fabia, for any of the Cosmo glazes, make sure it's only on one side of the piece. Yeah, I heard that too. You've used underglaze on the other side, but no glaze. Okay, yeah. Supernova really doesn't like a glaze on the other side of the piece. Yeah, that's what they said. You're supposed to. So that's where it becomes like it will be more of an art piece or a non-functional. You don't want to put it on a pot that you have to put glaze on the inside. And that's what I did. I used it on my witchy poo hat that I made. I put it on the little like insignia on front. So, oh my God, I love champagne. Oh, okay. Now let's see where we are at. We've had the bougainvillea, which has now had time to run and move, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to add some more bougainvillea to the top. Now I'm going to just keep it at the top end here because I've already got lots of movement, lots of things running down. Ooh, yes, you see the way I put it on here. I hope you guys, if you guys are still here, and do we still have, oh, we got 73 people on there. Okay, hello everybody. Be sure to say hi. Come over to the convo. Be over in the chat. Everybody's over in the chat. We're all having a little bit of a party here. Some people are drinking wine. I got a couple of people drinking some Prosecco. Other people are drinking red wine. So I'm drinking champagne today because I made my 10,000. So if you're new channel coming in, I literally tonight while we were doing the live, I officially got my 10,000 subscribers. So you guys rock and roll are the best for doing that. I so appreciate you all. What do we have here? Christine. Okay. Sorry. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. That's to the conversation above. After reaching the peak maturing temperature, you drop the kiln back to bring the viscosity up and pop the bubbles, but hold it at high enough temp that the glaze can still heal over. Okay, yeah. So you're doing Gwen, are you doing like a slow cool, or is that what you're trying to say? Is like when you do you get your heat work and then you do a slower kind of cool? Like that Camille Hoffman program. Shoebox Studios, you're testing the Cosmo glazes that Nat gifted me on your mushrooms. So I will share how they go when I get it. So the undersides of the mushrooms unglazed. Yeah, that's it. I've only got two. I've not bought them because they were so dang expensive and they sounded so finicky. So I never bought them. And then I got a couple gifted to me at, when you shop at certain stores, they'll give away like a test size, and that's how I've used them. I've never actually bought those because I was kind of like, all of my pieces are functional for the most part, and I'm not going to bother buying something that I can only glaze one side. So that was my view on it. Okay, so this guy has the yellow on the inside, and I think. Right, so I got one with the yellow, one with the pink. So this was a request from a viewer that was, I think, was it Jackie? Gwen says, someone called that a drop and soak kiln firing schedule. A drop and soak. Okay, I will look into that. Sarah, how do you stop the glaze running off the bottom? Because, again, I will clean this up. This glaze, I don't think these bubbles here, what I will do is I will chop these off so that they're not going to run any farther. But I don't think this is going to go too far because I've got 2 coats here and I'll just kind of risk it and see how it goes. That's how I do it. And I don't go to cone 6, but don't you fire at cone 5, Nat, don't you? I think you just only do a cone 5. I fired a cone 5.5. That seems to be where I go. Hi there, I got here on time. Laura Lee, hello, how you doing, Laura Lee? Good to see you all. Yes, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. It's already been here like a really long video, 94 minutes. A lot of talking. Really, you guys are the best. We've just been chatting, and Laura Lee, she's a regular here on everybody's channel. I see her commenting on a lot of the other YouTubers. And honestly, Lauralee, it was a really good night tonight. I made 10,000 subscribers tonight, so I'm doing a little celebratory, little hoo-ha. That's so. Thank you for being here all this time. I appreciate it. Okay, so I mean, to answer your question, Nat, I'm gonna any of these really big chunky bits, I'm gonna like I will get rid of that, and it will just blend in nicely, I think. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because again, I've never used this glaze before on the bottom, so your guess is gonna be as good as mine. It could run off and be a big mess. But typically, when I glaze, I will do like I said, with a lot of the glazes that I'm familiar with, I will do my 2 coats. And I find that that seems to be a good amount that it's not going to run off. If I'm adding another coat of another shade, I'm definitely not going to bring it down to the bottom. I'm gonna dial it up so that if it does move, it's going to blend in. And then I'll keep dialing it back rather than bringing it, doing it all the way to the bottom. And I think that was the biggest lesson I learned when I was trying to figure out how to glaze pottery as a newbie, because I remember going, okay, I had gone on AMACO's website and they have those pages like how to like layer their glazes and stuff. And I was like, okay, I like this combo. It says 2 of this and 2 of that. So I literally put 2 and 2 on and thought it was going to be, it would work that way, but it's not like that. It's sometimes dialing the layers back and the coats back, and then of course applying enough, because typically I was very light-handed at first because I didn't know what a coat was. I see we've got Christine. I feel like we should take a drink every time Sarah says 10,000. Okay, we can make this a good drinking game, everybody. 10,000 subscribers. I love that. I think that is so funny. Oh my God. Stacy. Oh, another Aussie. Okay, I didn't know you were an Aussie there, Stace. I love that. Or Christine, I should say. So Stacy, I finally made it to a live, although I'm heading to work shortly. Love your video, Sarah. I'm from Australia, and I have recently put in an order for some Spectrum glazes you love. Can't wait to try. You know what? All my Australian friends, I know I've heard from you all that you can't get them yet. I say put your name in. Exactly what you just did, Stacey, is buy them, because I have a feeling they're going to sell out so fast if you wait for them to actually get on the shelves. Is pre-order and buy them, because they're that gorgeous. Okay, you're gonna love them. You're just gonna love them. I've got a gazillion. I keep buying them because I don't want to run out. And every once in a while you see that they sell out. When I was at Tucker's buying these glazes, the Spectrum shelves were like bare. They had nothing, and I was like, uh-oh. So all right. So Aurora Breeze, a brand new bottle. Haven't tried it yet. Gotta find shoebox. You finally got. Oh, you got your order of the new Spectrum. So they've made it to Australia. Awesome. Awesome. Barba, most are already sold out. See? Yes. You gotta buy it like immediately. That's the way to do it, because I think they're trying so hard to get it out globally that they're, I think they're a small production, and I think they're struggling a little bit to get everything out. Okay. I've lost track because I haven't been counting. I think I did 2 coats. If not, I might do another just to be safe. Okay, so this guy is going to get that lovely combo that I was requested to do, and I need to get my texture turquoise. Hang on. Texture turquoise and sunset pink. I want to say that's the combo you were looking for. I want to say sunset pink, or was it? It could be sunset pink, and it might. I know texture turquoise for sure. So we're going to put this on the bottom. It's my sunset one. Oh, see, I haven't used this for a while. It gets dry. So let me just soak that upside down. Get some water inside. If your lids don't like to open because of glaze, you just do that. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Melissa just congratulated me on my 10,000. Someone has a drink. 10,000. And what was it? So they just landed in Australia. I love that. Amanda, the name sounds so good. Aurora Breeze. I know, doesn't it? It's like, it sounds so good. A. So, says, congratulations on 10,000. Question, why do AMACO Chun Plum turns awfully blotchy? I usually apply 2 coats and fire to cone 5. Thank you. You know what? Maybe someone can answer it. I do have Chun Plum. I bought it like years ago. I've just never really got into it, and it's not something that's in my lineup, so I can't even answer that question for you. So if somebody has idea, then share that. So we have, is it Arna? Congrats on 10,000. 10,000. Have a drink. I'm gonna have some people drunk at the end of this. So watch all your videos, Sarah. Watch Nat. Watch Julia, and pretty much all of you. That is amazing. Thank you for your support, my friend. That's what is so great about this community. I'm so glad you're not only watching, that you're popping in. This has been a really fun little party. I know I've not really gotten a lot of work done. It's just been more chit chat with everybody. So I love this. Chun Plum is, sorry, over Honey Flux is gorgeous. Okay, that's a nice suggestion. Thank you. And Sarah over at Three Little Potters, I feel like Chun Plum really shows brush marks and needs the 3 coats. So here's some good pointers for you. All right, so this has been a request. So I'm going to be putting Coyote Sunset Pink. I haven't used this for a long time. That'll be fun. Coyote Sunset Pink, and then it's on the bottom is going to be Texture Turquoise, and it's actually a really pretty combo. So we're going to put this on here. Every time it will look like a sunset, and that's what's so nice for this. It's very tropical looking. So I'm going to get this on here. I used to use this glaze like all the time. I think this was like one of my first pinks that I really got into, was the Coyote Sunset Pink. It's a really lovely warm pink. And then I started getting into Fairy Rose, and I had a couple of pottery supply stores saying, oh my god, you're responsible for us taking Fairy Rose out of basically special order and making it become a permanent color. I was like, oh my god, thank you for that. That was epic. All right. Oh my god, hi. Hello, Patricia. Thanks for popping in. Thank you. Congratulations from PEI. Thank you. And then a drink. Melissa says drink. Okay. All right, let me fill up again. I'm not drinking by myself. I'm drinking with you guys. Cheers. Very good. All right, Christine. Any American here? Yeah, there's a few. Has TikTok really gone dark today? Has the ban taken effect? I don't know. Yeah, like let's hear what's happening, because I don't know what's happening with all that. I've heard different things. They're talking about that in Canada too, so not really sure. I never really did the TikTok thing myself. I know that some of you do, and I mean I have a TikTok, but I just never really got into it. But yeah, some of you guys make really good living on TikTok, and I don't think they pay Canadians to do TikTok like they do in America. So we'll see how that plays out later. And no, TikTok was closed only for a few hours. Okay. Very good. Love that. Okay. Three Little Potters. I'm an American. And yes, it was banned yesterday. So well, this is just the stuff that's going on at cray, eh? Wow. Unbelievable. This world has really changed. 2025. Quite interesting year that we're headed into. Here in Canada too. Lots of craziness. Crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so TikTok, good to know. All right, so I just applied Sunset Pink. That's 1 coat of Sunset Pink. The inside is Flux Blossom, and I'm gonna leave the gallery here with no glaze. All right, but then I gotta do the lid of this one. Oh, I'm running out of room. I got champagne, I got a cork. So then I'm gonna do the lid in Sunset Pink as well. And let's just see how that goes. So the lid will be pink. And I'm going to bring it right down the edge here. I'm not going to put it, because I'm going to fire this just flat on the kiln shelf. So I'm just going to glaze the side, but not underneath, not the bottom. So I'm not going to glaze the bottom, it's just glazing all that. Get it nice and heavy. But that seems to be my trick, is glaze it heavy. It's the way it works. I'm, you know, like I said, it's a messy thing for me, and that's the best way to do it in my books. Okay, so this guy, we've got now on the inside, we've got the yellow. So this is the Sunshine from AMACO, and I think Sunshine sounds like it needs something very bright in some way, something colorful, or blue. We could do blue too. Maybe, you know what? No. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do the new one. I'm gonna do this one on the outside, and I might mix it with something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm gonna try the Aurora Breeze. And see how it plays. I'm gonna go heavy with it because that's what I've learned thus far from the people who have experimented, and we're gonna go with that. Angela, I actually aim to mix different brands together every time I sit down to glaze. Yes, you know what? I mix them up. It's like, I think that's what makes it the most interesting, is mixing, play. And you know what? You come up with something, you might find something you go, ugh, that just looked hideous. And then, or you find out something that is absolutely stunning and you're like, okay, I'm absolutely in love. That is the best thing ever. And you'll buy more and more of the glaze and be like, okay, now what do I do? I've got this other glaze that I'm not using anymore that I've got, you know, gazillion of. So anyways, I'm going to glaze all around, but you can just see how heavy my brush. And again, this is an artist brush. I believe I got this one from Amazon. And you just have to, I will list things after the video goes up. I can actually add to the description. I will list, you know, everything that I've used. But right now I just didn't know what glazes I was going to be using, etc. So it's not up there. Oh, is that glazing too far away? I should have been doing it here. Duh. Okay, Sarah. Not very good YouTube action here. So a little off of my thing, but you can see it's almost got like a sandy grout to it, or like grit to it. And those, I guess, are all the little speckles that they have. So I'm thinking that will be one coat there. And I guess I'm going to add it to the top here as well, the lid. Ooh, almost dropped it. To the lid. Scraping it down the side. But that's how I do, like, my rims of things. I scrape my brush to get that glaze on there good and strong. So, wow, guys that are still here for all this time, this is a long video. My lives go long. Wow. I love it. So okay, we got 71 people there. Hello. Come on over. Come into the chat, everybody. Come into the chat. Say hello. And people are they're chatting amongst themselves. You got a burning question about pottery? Don't be shy. Okay, if I don't have the answer, I promise you someone in the chat will. So it's a great way to get exposure to this community. If you're on the shy side, just say what part of the world you're from. Just, you know, that's always a lot of fun. We will stay as long as you do. Thank you, Grant. I love that. Cheers. I could stay up all night. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I could, but all right. Hey, from Tennessee. Hi, Dad from Tennessee. Well, welcome. I love that. Cheers. Welcome. Hey, 10,000. Who's drinking with me? 10,000. So yeah, Deb, 10,000 today. 10,000 subs. Woohoo! I'm very, very, very excited. Angela, I see it working. Oh, I see you're sending that to Amanda. Okay, leave that alone. Corey, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you, Corey, for that. Please hit the thumbs up for me, because it's signal. Okay, whenever you're watching anybody on YouTube, me, any of us that do videos, I'm going to share something with you. I've done a lot of studying about YouTube and the algorithms and just understanding how it works, because you know, it is important to get a little bit of understanding of it all. Anywho, with that said, interacting with us, so having, you know, chatting, leaving comments, leaving messages, absolutely helps us. So, and it costs absolutely nothing to do so. And, you know, so just sending those comments or hitting the thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying it, or pick up tips from us. And I speak to everybody who does YouTube, not just me, but any of the videos. If you get something from it, just be sure to hit that thumbs up, because it does send the proper signals to YouTube that says, oh, people like this video, so we're going to put it out to more people. You know, when videos aren't interacted with as much, you know, YouTube goes, oh, nobody likes it. So it really does help. All right, oh, lots of stuff here. Anyone going to NECA in Utah in March? It will be the first time attending. I would love to go. But I don't have any plans to go. Sage me 10,000 thumbs up. There you go. 10,000 thumbs up, please. 10,000. Hit those thumbs up. Yay. Right? So thank you. And yeah, and Sagey Moo Ceramics, that's another Sarah. She has a channel too. Sarah or Julia? Oh my God, Sagey Mood. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Are you Sarah or are you Julie? I know it's one or the other. And then Gwen, I really wanted to go, but the flights are ridiculous from here. Yeah, I would love. I've never been to NECA. I would love to go, just to kind of interact with all these, different potters and be able to see all the new stuff. Would be pretty frigging awesome. It's Judy. Okay, thank you, Judy. Okay, I thought it. Okay, Judy. I will now ingrain that in my brain. Thank you very much. So Judy over at Sagey Moose Ceramics, she's got a video too. Yeah, thank you for the little hearts up there. I saw the little heart fly up there on the corner of my eye. Thank you. What do we have here? You're in Maine. Okay, so that's, yeah, Maine. That's my neck of the woods. It would be far to Utah for sure. I've never been to Utah. I've been to Denver, California, like that way, Denver, whatnot, California. Cover the screen in hearts. It helps too. It does. Hit those hearts. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, all those little things, it does. It's so strange how YouTube actually sees it. The conversations, all that stuff, it does help. So there you go. That is my second coat of the birch. So second coat of birch. So this is not going to be dark. This combo is going to be very, very light. So you might be looking and going, what the heck is she doing? But birch is a very creamy beige, and I have pepper plum underneath it, so it should be very, very light. And that's the magic of glazes, that you're like, sometimes they look really hideous, and then you're like pleasantly surprised. I really hope this works out, because that would be horrible. Thank you. Oh, look at all those hearts. Thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling the love, guys. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the love. All right, I got a couple of blobs of birch that went down in the bottom, so I'm just using my sponge to kind of wipe it out. I can't pick it up and show you because if you might be able to see it here. You see the blob because of my recklessness here, but I'm going to add some more of the Flux Blossom in a second, so I'm just wiping that away, and let's add another Flux Blossom in here and get that covered up. So you can see how it goes. You got to let the layers dry. So I would like to bring this down to you. I'm going to see if I can bring this over without it falling. The outside is wet, so can you see that? Okay, I'm going to tilt it a little bit. So what I do is I'm going to bring the glaze right up, right underneath, and on top of all of my little blobbles here. Get it in there as much as I can. It's like I am like I said, the messiest of messy glazers. And I find that this is what seems to work for me, and I get really good application or good results. So there's nothing like, I find like when even my students, when, at the rec centers where I'm teaching, they'll be doing stuff and they're like trying to put things on so neatly. And I'm like, don't. It will show so much nicer if you just slap it on. So that works. NECA is my dream, and sorry, whoa, that was Nat. NECA is my dream that will never happen without a lotto win. Don't say that, Nat. You never know. You never know. I'm a firm believer that things happen. You might get a sponsor who's like, oh my God, Nat, and they want you to be there at their booth. You never know. Anybody who wants me at your booth, you can pay for my trip and my hotel. I'll come to NECA. You never know. You never know, my friend. All right. Whoa. What's going on here? Lots of people chatting here. Okay. So we got Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Going to have to get you a glazing apron. I know. I have actually aprons. I do. I've got a few. And so I have my, what I should at least, whoa, 8 glazing aprons. You are messy as me. At least it all, I think something auto-corrected there for you, but I get it. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I know. I do. I have aprons, but they're really dirty with clay right now. But I'm a messy potter, period. You ever watch Matthew Kelly? He's awesome, right? So I watch some of his videos. I've missed his lives lately, and I just saw him today doing like a challenge, and I was like, oh my God. But that guy is such a clean potter. He throws so clean. My aprons. Wait. My aprons, this is just one. The other ones are like, This is me after throwing. Like that's not bad, and it gets worse. I have to go and take it to the dry cleaners, not the dry cleaners, the laundromat. Oh, look it, there we are. Someone's drinking with me. Where are you? So apparently, where is it? Joanne. So Joanne, every time I say 10,000, you have to have a drink. So 10,000, because that's what we're celebrating. Angela, Gwen, they love it. My youngest is on a submarine. Okay, whoa, I'm missing something in the conversation. Christine, I'm going as I'm working a booth. Oh, I love that, Christine, with my friend who owns Ceramica Transfers. Oh, you got a nice little in there. Looking forward to it. See, that would be fun. That's what I would like to do is work a booth where you can really interact with people. That sounds amazing. Ceramica Transfers, nice. I'm gonna have to look at. I don't know their transfers. I'm gonna have to look them up. That's a good plug right there. So I love that. Where is it? When Dante from Earth Nation Ceramics will be at NECA also. Okay, that's very cool. Yeah, I would love to go. One year it will happen. So now I'm stuck because this is wet on the inside and on the outside. That wasn't well thought out, so I'm just gonna have to take this whole little banding wheel, and that's my cheap Temu banding wheel. So I'm gonna go pull out my expensive Shimpo wheel. Sorry, I had to walk over here behind the camera and get my Shimpo banding wheel. Well, the Nidec. So the nice thing about this, some people have asked me about, you know, the you know, whether they should get an expensive one or a cheap one of a banding wheel. If you can afford a wheel, like, because these have gone up, like they're really expensive now. When I bought this, I want to say it was like 80 bucks, and I was like, that was a lot. And I think now they're like 200 or something like that. Like it's really expensive, and that's Canadian in Canada, so they might be different prices elsewhere. But what I mean, when you feel the weight in this banding wheel, and just like it's gonna spin for days. The bearings in here are like next level. But you know what, if you don't have the money, the one from Temu is awesome, and I do use it. I think the one thing I would do differently if you're gonna look at getting one of these is I would definitely do the low one, because they make a tall one, they also make one that's lower. I think that's another reason why I don't like it, but it's heavy. This thing's got to be 10 pounds. Like, it's heavy. So, but that will, of course, is going to give you that durability there. Okay, this is how the moment to dry. So now I'm going to add what I said. So the bottom had the blue one, the ocean drift, and then I did bougainvillea, boogie pink for short, and now I'm going to add the Aurora Breeze. So this was an idea from Sarah Perrin. She didn't do the Aurora Breeze. She did. She ended up putting the ocean drift on top, but I'm going to do it a little differently. But I'm not going to go all the way down. So what I think I'm going to do to kind of mix it up and make it my own is, let me turn it this way so it doesn't want to run down. I'm going to really just splatter my blush on like this, blah, blah, blah. Just literally, I'm just like, you can hear it. I just sometimes do that. I just slap my brush on to get that glaze good and runny, good inside. I haven't got anything on the inside of this pot yet. And get that glaze on. So what I'm hoping, because again, these two glazes are new to me. Never use them, so I have no idea how they're going to turn out. It could be absolutely hideous. So I've got on the top, I'm just hoping that it's going to give me some magical stuff going on there. So we're going to see how that goes. So that's one. I'm going to do two of that. So I did two heavy bougainvillea, and I'm going to do two of the Aurora Breeze on top. So this is a really long video. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, Amanda. Whoa, wait. I got to go back a bit more. Mud Magic. I have the low one, and you love it. So you have the low one of this, this. I think the low one is better. And then we have Mud Magic, Laura Lee, let me look at the number one. Okay, never mind. And Laura Lee and Nat are having a conversation. So the reason I'm reiterating everything is because people are watching this on the replay, and they do watch all the way through because it will be a long video. sometimes you can't see these, and I just want to explain kind of the conversation that's going on, so don't mind me there. So they're Laura Lee and Nat are just having a side conversation, which is totally fine because it's a party, and that's what happens at a party. Barbara, start fairs as you usually. Huh? Oh, I see. Sorry, barter pottery for a wooden Lazy Susan that works for glazing. Yes, a wooden Lazy Susan. I literally just threw one out. I had one, and it was rickety, and it was just a Lazy Susan, and it worked perfectly fine for it. So you can do that too. Joanne, the spoon stands them up inside the stilts. I'm not sure what you mean there. You can help me with that one. I don't know if that was meant for me, but 10,000. Are you drinking wine with me still, or is it just am I so low? Okay, second coat on the top of the lid of this guy. Let's get it on heavy. So again, if you're just new, joining, popping in, I'm playing around with some glazes. I'm having a party with everybody, so it's not just glazing. It's a lot of convo going on here, and it's a little bit of celebration. I made my 10,000, my goal of 10,000 tonight of subscribers. So I'm super, super excited and super, super stoked. Oh, I got some, looks like I got a little bit of the, what's it called on there. See, I'm just going to go with it. I don't care. It looks like I got a little bit of the birch mixed in there. So we're just going to see what happens. So I'm going to add another coat of the Aurora Breeze to the outside of this pot. I have no idea what I'm actually doing with this one. Not a clue. We'll see how it goes. I know this is getting long, so I might want to wrap it up because I feel like I'm like really holding up people's time. But I think for the most part, once you start adding glazes, it's literally, it's learning how to apply the I think the amount of glaze that is needed so that you get the effects. And this pot, because I carved in the texture that's going horizontally on here, that's also going to slow down any runoff so that it actually, you know, doesn't make a mess in your kiln shelf, because the glaze will sort of stop. It'll have the breaks it needs. All these little lines are just going to slow the running process. All right, I'm going to add a second coat of the Sunset Pink. And I'm going to dial this one back a little bit because I'm going to be adding on the bottom and doing an overlap Sunset Pink with the, what is it, Texture Turquoise by Mayco, or not Mayco, by AMACO. And it does some interesting things, so we'll see how that goes. This will be a nice little sunset sugar bowl or salt cellar. I call them salt cellars. They're really fun to throw. And I've got to be making some butter keepers, and so I got to make some more of these as well. So I will do a video, but I will do probably an edited one so that it's not insanely long like my live streams seem to be. And again, I apologize, guys, how long this is, but I do love you. Do you test for food safety on layered surfaces? So no, I don't do any extra testing. What I've learned and how I know, like, I mean, other than me experimenting with my glazes, these glazes are all food safe, and I'm applying them in a way that is still food safe. So no, I don't do any additional testing for that by like adding, what's it called? I fire it to the temperature I'm supposed to be firing it to and all that stuff. I think if I see a defect in my pot or my glaze, I'm not going to sell it. But no, I don't do any additional testing. Do you guys do all that extra testing? Let me know. Joanne, Sarah, take the spoons and stand them upright inside the stilts in the upright position. Well, I could, but the only thing with that is I glaze the bottom too. How would if I do that, that would stick, right? Unless I just stop glazing the bottom. I guess I could do that. That would make sense. So yeah, I might try that. So yeah, I got to experiment now, I guess, with how I glaze. I just wanted the two ends to be glazed. That's kind of part of my little jam. So after 9 a.m. now, I've gotten wrapped up in your live. Probably should go and change out of my PJs now. I know I'm gonna be getting into my PJs. I know it's been long. Look at you guys, 24 minutes. That's a long video. You guys are the best. Wow. Gwen, Mayco says they can be food safe on their own, but it changes when layered, like taking 2 prescription drugs together. Okay, fair enough. I've used vinegar and lemon juice the first time I try a combo. Yes, and I typically will, I mean, most of my pots and my glaze combos have been tested by me in a sense by just how I use it, but I don't necessarily do additional testing. I suppose I could. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will do the lemon and vinegar. I will do some testing with that. Okay, do you guys all do it? Do all of you test? We all adore you and your authentic, bubbly personality. Thanks for all your videos and adding some zip. So 2 hour. So the thing's going up 2 hour and my life. Thank you. I love that. Amanda, drink. Okay, drink, Amanda. You too. Gwen, as far as I know, I've never poisoned anyone. I've never done it either. Sarah Nicholson, I had to step away. Sorry, no problem. That's all good. This is a long video. If you saw me already, say this. For the spoons, drill a hole through the end and hang them like ornaments. I could do that. Will be tall, but okay, I could totally do that one. Absolutely. I actually have thought about that because I do that. Listen, I have my smaller spoons and I was glazing them earlier and I do just that. So I do that and so I could do that with the taller ones as well. So I might have to revert to that. I'll just have to rig up something that will be tall enough to hold it. So yes, Sarah, don't feel bad because I doubt most don't test. Okay, thank you. Yes, okay, if most of you don't, I feel a little bit better because yeah. Anywho, no testing. Barbara says no testing. Okay, thank you. I'm feeling better. I only do hot water tests. Okay. Oh, hi, Andrea. How are you? And clay amazing artworks. It would cost a fortune, maybe 2 fortunes to test every time I layer the glazes. It just would take some time, absolutely. So thank you. I'm feeling better. No, I don't. And you know, it's up to you. If you're gonna do it that way, kudos to you. But yeah, I currently don't. I don't do it either. I'm out there. I'm gonna say it out there, out in the world. I don't. Okie dokie. Woo! I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Gwen, I didn't mean to make it sound like I was being no, you didn't. No, we didn't feel that way at all. I didn't feel that way at all. I asked everybody to share and pipe up, so no judgment whatsoever. We are a free and safe space here to have a conversation and to share. That's what this is all about. You know, as long as people are being respectful, it is a safe place. We just have fun in my little pottery zone. So all I know is I love you guys. Woo! Okay, so let's add some texture turquoise and we will be good. All right. Oh my God, I got a commercial going. Oops. I'm watching, I've got my computer in front of me, and that's where I'm reading it in front. The commercial's on. Are you guys getting commercials during this live stream? I didn't know they did that. Oopsie. Well, they did. Sorry. Okay, so the way I lift my pot up, if you're a newbie, I just put my hands in and I push out. I can lift my pot because I'm going to glaze the bottom. I'm using a textured turquoise, which is another AMACO glaze. I'm using my new brushes that I just picked up from Amazon, which are quite nice. They're smaller than I thought they were going to be, but I ended up picking up a set, and they were like, I think I got 6 of them. Have I used them all? Are they all dirty right now? Yeah, I think they're all dirty. Anyways, they're a smaller mop brush, but they got a natural bristle, so they actually still apply the glaze quite nicely. And I'm just loading it up and plopping it down, getting a good amount of glaze on here. I know texture turquoise is a fairly stable glaze, so on its own, it's going to be fine. I can bring it right down to the foot, and I'm just going to apply my glaze I will clean it up, not to worry about that. I will wipe it back, not on camera, because that will just be too long, but I'm just going to get the glaze on there. But the overlap, it does some really wonderful things, the way that these two glazes intermingle with one another. So I will do 2, possibly 3 coats, and I may not make you stay to the end, because I think that'll just be like ridiculously cray long, and yeah. Mm. Oh, what's happening? Conversation, comments. Okay, wait. Let me see. I missed some stuff here. Where are we? Woo, whoa. What's happening on my computer? Oh, sorry, I missed most of this. Okay, no, Andrea, all good, Andrea, all good. I mean, people are popping in, popping out. It's just the way lives work, and I just appreciate that you're here. So thank you. It's been a very, very long video. So the people who are still rocking here, you are a champ. Rock on. Okay. What was I? Oh, right. Where's the big bowl? The big bowl's over here. It's still drying. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my other coat on here. It's still drying on the outside. So on the outside, Andrea, and anybody who's just joined, I've got 2 coats of pepper plum and 2 coats now of birch on the outside. That was a Ceramics by Julia glaze combo. I've done 2 heavy coats of Flux Blossom on the inside, but I think I'm going to add something to the rim to kind of, I don't know, go on the inside and do something fun. And I don't know what I want to put on the inside. I don't know what I should do. I want something with a bit of plum base to it. What do you suggest? Do you guys have any ideas of a plum glaze that moves? Amaryllis. Okay. I could do amaryllis. That might be very nice. Yes. Okay. That was Nat. And Andrea, I love our pottery community. It's the best. It honestly, and I love how much it's growing. That's the other thing. This community, like, and there's more and more people putting videos out there now. They're all like creating videos as well, and it's like, it's incredible. So honestly, guys, it's insane. Okay, amaryllis. Any other thing? Do you have weeping plum? I do have weeping plum. Will it move though with the Flux Blossom, do you think? So Laura Lee suggested if I have weeping plum. Will it move in Flux Blossom? Do you know? Frosted lemon. I have frosted lemon. Yellow into the pink and with the beige, yeah. No, won't move. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I need it to move. Whatever comes on the top here has to move. Or will move. Let me just look at what I got. Ooh! How about autumn purple? That's it. Okay, sorry. I just did my I'm gonna put autumn purple on this because that should move. Autumn purple coming. Sorry, I didn't have that one planned at all. I could put actually maybe some reactive red in there. Okay, autumn purple. It's gonna be a new one, a new tub of autumn purple. Oh, where we? Clay mazing. All right, time to buy me a coffee. Thank you. Are you buying me coffee? Thank you. It'll go to my champagne. Thank you. So I've got a little bit of Spectrum's autumn purple. I think that'll actually look nice. I think that will look really, really nice with this combo. We'll try it. We will try it. Okay. I need a brush. I'm going to go with a fan brush, nothing too big, because I'm not going to go the whole way down. I just want this literally on the little bobbles and maybe coming down a little bit in here. I might even add a little bit of a light flux. Yes, autumn purple, right? I think autumn purple is going to pull in. It's going to work well with this combo, the beigey kind of plum that I get from the combo of these two here, the birch and the pepper plum. So I'm just going to add some autumn purple on top of the bobbles. So I want it to run this way and that way so that they actually are connected. So whatever happens, and I think that's what I get a lot of this from when I did makeup, because my years of being a makeup artist, I would challenge myself. I would put the most ridiculous, craziest combinations together in order just to keep myself inspired, because you can always run to do the same makeup, but you could pick any color under a rainbow and say put this orange and, you know, purple and whatever. I can make it work and make it look really good. And that was just my own little thing that I did in order to kind of keep myself entertained and creative, because a lot of people would be choosing the same stuff. So I'm not, if that's probably why I'm not afraid of color. I find I'm very, I pick, you know, colors that work together. I understand color theory, you know, just the science behind color, how certain colors actually on a scientific level work together. So there is that little element of, you know, understanding monochromatic versus, you know, tertiary color, all the stuff, all the different things about color. And I'm not afraid to like kind of mix it up and play with it. All right, what's happening over there? Wow, can't wait to see all these come out of the kiln. I know we're going to have to like cross our fingers and toes. You know, I'm not going to sleep that night because there's a lot riding on it. It's one thing when I do it and I can open up my kiln and film it and be like, okay. But right now I'm trying stuff I don't know. Really, honestly, not done these. So it's just like, yes. So yeah, it keeps you on your toes. I encourage you to try stuff like that and just push your boundaries a little bit with glazing, um, you know, and see what you come up with. Uh, I think it's a lot of fun. Like just, you know, and then I will find, once I do that, I got one thing, then I'll glaze a few other things in like the same sort of way. And then when I have them at a booth or a market, or in my stores, I find it really looks nice when you actually are able to present a few things with a similar glaze combination, that it becomes very appealing to the customer's eye, rather than just having a whole lot of mishmash everywhere. I kind of will layer and put my stuff together so it creates a story, so that people are engaged. I want people to touch my stuff. I want people to come in, and I want to assault them basically with color, because that is what everybody comes in and like, oh my God, look at all this color. Like they're literally blown away by it. And that's kind of what I think it has ended up working for me. So that's my jam. All right, where are we at with the conversation? Da 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 da. Never mind buying coffee. We should be buying glasses of wine. Glasses of wine. I love that. Thank you. uh, so Judy at Sagey Mood Ceramics, I was thinking to get some Spectrum Shallot. It's similar to Autumn Purple. It is. So what I noticed about the new Spectrum floating glazes versus the other Spectrum glazes is the newer ones are more vivid. They're brighter. They're just a little bit more, like they're a brighter shade of the color. So Autumn Purple seems to be a bit more of a muted purple, where Shallot is going to be a little bit of a brighter purple. You know, you look at something like Sangria versus Bougainvillea. The Bougainvillea is brighter. It's got a richer, brighter, more intense pink, whereas the Sangria, though it's pink, it's just slightly, is not as electric or as bright. So that's kind of the best way I can kind of define those colors. And then ginger. You know how much I love ginger. Ginger is muted, but it looks good with everything. So, and someone asked me about that, if ginger was similar to birch. And I think it is in a way. So birch being the Mayco, but I would say that it's a little bit richer in color than birch. I'm going to say birch, which is this guy, is paler than ginger. So that's kind of how I think of it. Where are we at? I'm trying stuff I don't know. Sorry, Shoebox Studios. Do I need to go back further? Sorry, Shoebox Studios. I'm trying stuff I don't know every time I sit down to glaze. I love the anticipation of it. Exactly. It is a lot of anticipation, and it can be stressful at the same time. Especially if you start experimenting right before a market and you don't have chances to like refire or anything. That's where it becomes like, oh Lord, what did I do? What did I do? You know, and you're like, please, kiln gods, be kind to me, and yes. So, but that's kind of how I see it. But yes, I love experimenting. I think you have to kind of have that, a little bit of that, in order to just stay creative, because it can be very, you know, kind of like stagnant otherwise. So if you've seen how I'm glazing this, I know my arm has kind of been in the way there, but you can kind of see it's blah, it's all over the place on the inside, and that's kind of the way I want it. And if it runs down on the outside a little bit, I'm fine with that, because that is going to be interesting. It's going to add elements of interest. So, you know, I may even try to coax a little bit more of that out. I will add a second coat, but you see how heavy? Like, and this is a little fan brush. I got this brush from Temu, and but I do find that juxtapose, making sure that they come on both sides, is important. If it starts to go a little too far, I'll just dab it and then have it so it goes like that, rather than a long dribble, because sometimes I prefer more of a wave rather than a dribble. So it's a dribble, so I'd rather it be a little bit larger. So that's kind of what I do. And we're gonna have to wait. And unfortunately, as the glaze, the more layers you put on a glaze, the longer it takes to dry, so that you can add another glaze. So I may not even be able to get to this in this video, because you can see this is taking forever. I'd have to add my heat gun to it, but I've got a little bit of blobbles on the bottom. I'm okay with that. That's all right. But probably when the kiln opening comes, oh, I missed some stuff in here. I got a few little spots in there. I probably will have added something to it by the time the kiln opening happens. So, but you're seeing basically the way I put glaze on. That was the purpose of this video, is kind of the way that I've been adding and whatnot. All right, what am I missing here? Gwen says, ginger looks more like pumpkin latte spice. That's a good analogy. Exactly, it does. That is really, really good. Oh, here, what's going on in my, Debbie. Hey, Debbie. The late joining. I love that. Hi, how are you? I'm joining you, sorry, so you may have addressed this already. What color glaze is just off camera next to the dark one on the balls that you are also dabbing on? What is the glaze oh, sorry. All right, let me get this back. So you're talking about this bowl, Debbie? Is that right? The one that I'm adding here on this ball, or is it on? Let me know if this is what you're talking about. Yes. So it was autumn purple. So I've added autumn purple. Spectrum's autumn purple. That's this one. On the outside, this is 2 coats of pepper plum and 2 coats of birch by Mayco. It's out on here. So this is going to be a very light, kind of mottly, smoky, peppery looking color. And then I did 2 coats of Flux Blossom, and then I've done now 1 heavy coat of the autumn purple, and I'm probably going to do another coat on the tip here and see how that goes. It looked like you were dipping in autumn purple and then something else just to your right. Well, I was only this was you see me dipping into this? My lid maybe. So I had the lid down and there was glaze on the bottom. If that's what you're talking about, but I wasn't dipping into the birch, which is beside me here. I hope I answered that one. I'm sorry, it looked like you were dipping in the autumn purple and then something else just to your right. Yeah, I would have to, glaze all over me. You can dress me up, you can't take me anywhere. That's it, we just couldn't see it. Okay, yeah, I just had the lid there and it was down on the side. So yeah, I was tilting so that instead of you guys just looking at my boobs, because I will have the camera down low, I was like, I kind of had it so that you can kind of see me. Yes. All right, so this is probably going to take too long to dry for me to add anything else to it. I'm probably going to have to address it tomorrow with something else, because again, this video is, wow, insane. It's almost 2 hours. Oh, wow. Or is it 2 hours? 1 minute and 43, sorry, 1 minute, 143 minutes. How many hours is that? Oh snap, the snow. The snow has started. Oh, sorry, Gwen. I know it's going to be coming my way now too. I'm not happy about that at all. At all, my friend, at all. Okay, so this one has now 2 coats of the Aurora Breeze. I'm going to add the 3rd coat since this seems to really want the Aurora. It needs the glaze based on what I can tell. So I'm going to just add it. Whoopsie. Oops, I'm making a big mess. I'm going to add another glaze, another coat, and I'm going to add something to the top, I think, to make it interesting. I don't want to just have it on its own. I think that will be a little boring for me. So I'm going to put the 3rd coat of the Aurora Breeze all over, and I will then add something to the top. I gotta think about it. If you have a suggestion, let me know. I've done yellow on the inside. I did the sunshine on the inside. I've done the Aurora Breeze, which is the new one from AMACO, on the outside. So that's the third coat. And I did the yellow from AMACO on the inside. So I'm just gotta think of my color theory here based on that colors. Those are some purple, maybe some autumn purple. Maybe autumn purple, since I have it out. That might work. That could actually look really nice. Not snowing in Florida. Hey. I'm jelly. Courtney. It snowed everywhere but here in Minnesota. It seems. Just got some snow, but not much. Yeah, we've had the weirdest weather here. It snowed. We got in Bowmanville, I got about 6 inches. And then like in Pickering, which is a couple of towns over, they got like nothing. So it was very interesting how I got more than elsewhere. And then it all melted, and it was raining yesterday, and then it started to freeze, and I was like, great, no one wants to drive in freezing rain, because that's sketch. No, you don't drive in that. I'll drive in snow. I'm not driving in ice. No. Even though I have snow tires. So for people who live in sunny climates, we have snow tires, okay? You put them on in usually around November, December, and you take them off again in April or so. So that, but yeah, it makes a big difference in your driving abilities in snow. Christine, the live is so fun. Thank you. I'm so happy you're enjoying this. I just followed so many of you, right? See, the new channels for me to binge. Drop your handles, potters, so we can follow. Yeah, guys, put your comments. Do it. Share where you're from. And what you do. There's a few already here. Mud Magic. Hi, Debbie. So Mud Magic, she does her videos. We've got 3 little potters. We've got Sagey Moo Ceramics. We have Jeanette over at Far Forest Ceramics. She's gone to bed though, because she's in England. We have who else is on here that's doing videos? Oh, Amanda was here. Parent Pottery. Yes, Parent Pottery. She does videos too. So lots. So there you go. No problem. We're a community, so I'm all for sharing. That's the way I do things. So Parent Pottery, I added amaryllis over Sunbeam, and it didn't melt into the flux glaze at all. It was strange. Good to know. So yeah, so Parent Pottery, Sarah over at Parent Pottery, she just did a video with all of the different fluxes. So check it out. So really helpful. Shoebox. Oh yeah, Shoebox. Shoebox she's also in Australia, and she's shooting for her 1,000 subscribers. So yes, by all means. Gwen, you can find me on Instagram or the Potters Helping Potters Discord. Okay, thank you, Gwen. I will look for that. 10,000. 10,000. Drink up, guys. Drink up. Okay. I love that you guys are still here. I'm shocked. I'm blown away, actually. Like, thank you. Okay, another coat. This seems to be dry on the bottom, so I'm going to add another coat of the texture turquoise. Get her going. And so you can see, because I know texture turquoise looks really like in the same way that blue rutile for AMACO glazes they're not pretty when they're thin. So whereas I find spectrum glazes thin are still really pretty. I don't find AMACO glazes are pretty when they're thin at all. I don't like the way they look at all. So you definitely need to apply the glaze a little bit thicker, and that would be my go-to when it comes to AMACO glazes. So whether it's texture turquoise, blue rutile, or whatever, you definitely need it. Blue rutile, gorgeous glaze, but it's brown if it's thin, and it doesn't like to be refired. You have to add more glaze if you're going to refire blue rutile. It burns out, and it turns this hideous kind of yellowy green color. It's not pretty, but it's stunning otherwise. So it's kind of that thing. You got to learn what doesn't work and what actually works. Okay, what do we have here? Cheers to your 10,000. Thank you. So excited. I can't even. You're gonna have to rewatch. I was screaming. I said I was gonna do a backflip. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that because I said I would do that when I got my 10,000. Thank goodness I have a TV in my studio, or I'd never get anything done watching all of your channels. I know. I find the same thing too. Thank you for sharing your process. So that is so lovely, Holly. Thank you. Thank you for that. That goes to everybody who does videos. So, so sweet. Shoebox, Mud Magic, and Perrin Pottery. Yes, Lynn, follow them. Christine, following all of you now. See, there you go. And many more. There's so many, honestly. And more people are throwing their hat in the rings. It's pretty awesome. So, and everybody does their own thing in their own way, you know. I've recently been doing the live streams because I just feel like I'm actually talking to someone and I'm able to like really connect, which I need to do that. Like I feel, and that's kind of why I started teaching too, because being in this pottery studio, it's just so nice to actually interact with other potters. So I'm teaching now 2 different studios this year, but only on 2 days rather than the 4 days I did last season. So I'm teaching at Pickering Rec Center, that's in Durham. So I'm doing Wednesday mornings, and then all Thursday afternoon I'm in Bowmanville, actually at the same studio that I started my pottery journey. I'm going to be teaching at. So that is like a full 180, I think, or 360. That's a 360. Yeah, 360. 180 is turning the other way, so 360. So it's so exciting. Oh, Mud Magic. Love you, Lynn. Yes, Lynn. Thanks, Lynn. And then what is it? Gwen. Rutile itself is actually titanium dioxide mineral, and it's a reddish brown. Thank you for that. That's amazing, and that's why it's so brown. Thank you for all the hearts. I love that too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I appreciate your party with me. Like I feel kind of like I'm at a standstill because everything is wet and needs time to dry before I get to it. So I think I'm gonna probably have to end this somewhere here, because unless, okay, is there something that I've missed that you would like to see before I end it? Because I will absolutely do that. But I just feel like everything is just wet and will need time. Shoebox Studio, I love teaching. I've always been doing it for many years, and I find it so rewarding. I agree with you. You know what? Because I used to train at MAC. I used to be a trainer, and I actually then at one point used to head up the training department at MAC, and I used to do seminars teaching makeup, anyways. So this is why I do feel comfortable speaking in front of an audience. It doesn't bother me at all. I used to speak sometimes in groups, 700 people. That was intimidating, but I can do it, you know. And I just enjoy sharing my experience, and I found that YouTube is just such an amazing opportunity to do just that. And then I learned how to edit videos. Like I sat there and I was like, okay, how do I do this? And I watched countless videos on editing so I could figure it out and learn. And I taught myself. I don't have a background in that at all. And I just wanted to do things that were fun and engaging. And that's kind of what I did. I was like, when I put my videos together, I do it the way I go, what would I like to see? So that's kind of how I make my videos. Let's have a makeup tutorial now. I can go, do I have lipstick over here? I might. I usually have lipstick in my studio. My lipstick is probably pretty dull right now. I could have, well, I thought about actually doing that. You know what? So Gwen, I was like, I might do that. I might start adding in like a beauty tip, a beauty tip of the day, just to be like, hi, because you know me, and I have to have my makeup, my lipstick. I love it. You love my, thank you, Courtney. Thank you. I can't see what I'm doing here. You got to align your lips. Okay, so that's something. Okay, here's a makeup tip for you. I'll give you one makeup tip right now, but I will figure out a way to add makeup into my channel. You have, in order, like, okay, I am 50, I will be 57 in March, okay? And I think that you have to evolve your makeup and your style to be current. And I think because sometimes people stay in where they're comfortable. Like that was a theory of us, is like, you know, if you felt you looked the best in the 80s or the 90s or whatever period that you feel you look the best, a lot of people just stay in that period and they continue to do their makeup, their hair, and everything that way. And I think that the best way to stay looking youthful is to continually evolve your makeup and your hair and so forth. Anyways, That's going side to side. And I do the blonde because I got so much gray. It's just easier to be blonde. It's like, okay, less of a hassle. Anywho, but my liner, that's something. Lip liner. Okay, so back in the 90s, it was a little bit more structured in here, and now it's more rounded. So always overline your Cupid's bow to make it more smooth and rounded. And my scar, which every time I look at my videos, I'm like, that scar stands out. I've had it my whole life. I was like 3 years old when I got it. It was a dog bite, okay, just so you know. So my grandmother's dog in Barbados bit me and gave me that dog bite. But it doesn't bother me at all. When I'm doing my makeup, I don't see it. But when I'm editing a video, it's like this thing is just standing out in my face. I'm like, wow, it really stands out. But again, it's just part of my face. It's part of who I am, and I don't care. But lip liner, just over in the center rather than down and a V, do it a little bit more rounded. Oh, all right, where are we? Now, all this stop. You do not look that old at all. Thank you, but I am. 1968, I was born, 1968. Thank you. So yes, all the best people have worked at MAC. You know what? And recently, oh my God, what's her name? So there's this girl, she's got like a gazillion followers on YouTube and Instagram, Erin Parsons. Okay, so she does a lot of things about makeup and period makeup, and she like goes and figures out like how to make like the makeup like the Egyptians and the way they did it. Like she is like next level. She used to work at MAC. She just released a video like a couple of, I want to say either a week ago or whatnot. So it's a video, and in her video she's showing a video, and I'm in that video. So it's so funny. So this is like a video from the 90s. So it was like, it's called Color Conviction 95 maybe, or 94 or something. Anyways, so it was a video that Mac put on, and I'm in the bar scene, and you see me. It's just a quick shot, and so I see this thing, and I'm like, I look like such a baby. I look so young. It's so funny. Anyways, if you want to see the video, you might see me. I'm not this blonde. I was darker and had bangs, and I'm on the couch just doing this. Anywho, that was a side story. Just thought I would share. All right, Sagey Mood, you do you do an amazing job inspiring us all. When I started pottery, I was watching your videos and was so excited to try your combinations. Didn't know where to start. You helped me a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now look at that. You got your own channel too. That's amazing. Thank you. Shoebox Studios, blue hair, purple hair. I've even had orange. Love playing with my hair color. That's amazing. I never did those colors like on a permanent basis. I'll put like washes in just to have fun, but I've never done it permanently. Lisa, Mud Magic, always love your pink hair. I love her pink hair too. I would do a temporary pink, but not a permanent pink. I love your pink hair, Nat. It's you. Jackie, my mom was born in 65. That's my sister. My sister was born in 65. And she's such a close friend. No wonder why I love you. Thank you. Oh my God, that is so sweet, Jackie. And Gwen, I know we're all going back to look. You gotta watch the video. Yeah, so it's in the bar scene. But just even still, like, we got all these half-naked men. And and my shoe is in it too. So there's a scene where I used to have Fluevogs. So they're like, Madonna had the same shoe, and I bought them anyways. They're these black Fluevogs. There's a scene just quickly of a foot tapping, and I got this guy. He's dancing. He's literally all he's wearing is a shell. Okay, in front. This is the company I work for. It was awesome. Anyways, so I'm tapping, and he's dancing in front of me, and I'm tapping my shoe. So it's my shoe and my leg, but you only see like from my knee or like my ankle down or a little. Anyways, and then I'm on the couch. I'm in the middle. On the couch, there's two girls that I know on either side, but I'm in the middle. So, and I look like I'm 12. I look so young compared to what I do now, but yeah. I hope you watch it. Oh my God. Love you guys. Oh, Lynn is born 1966. Look at all these 60s girls. I love it. Look at 60s in the house. You spent 2023 with a complete rainbow hairdo. Wow. Okay. I love that. All this, I just love all these color creative people here. Go pink across the front and one side. I dare you. Okay. I will do it temporary. I've gone into like the beauty supply, and I've seen some fun pink stuff. I can do it. It's like like, I don't know, a few washings. I would do that. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. I got you, Nat. I'll do it. Pink sister. All right. So I know we've been chatting and having a blast. I love just having you here and just talking with you guys. And I'm sure, like I said, this is really, really long. So I'm going to let you go because, yeah, it's long. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. What do you say? I used to have hot pink hair. Yay. Okay. Nat says yay. Honestly, I think you guys are the best. Thank you so much for engaging. I hope you hit the thumbs up on your way out of the video. Be sure to do that. And if you want to, even leave a quick little comment afterwards. I know you've been chatting here, but leave the comment just to make sure that YouTube recognizes that you enjoyed this video. You've been such a big part of my journey and supporting me along the way. I can't even tell you enough how much I appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Look at all the love coming my way. Yes, 20,000 next. That's the next goal, 20K. So 20K, I got to come up with a new plan with that one. Honestly, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So until the kiln opening, which will be soon, I love you. Talk soon. Bye. Now, how do I end this? Hang on. I've got a new format here. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. How do I end this on my, oh, here it is.